What's up, Epic 7? Before we jump into today's stream, I wanted to give a special shout out to my sponsor, Huawei Appgallery. Appgallery is continuing its special promotions for the month of June, making it even easier to access coupons, offering 20% or more off your Epic 7 purchases and 25% value in physical prizes. Installing Appgallery is simple. Just follow these instructions or check out the how-to video linked in the description of today's VOD. Once installed, claiming your coupon is as simple as checking out the promotion section. Then when you go to make your next purchase, your coupon will be there waiting for you, not just in Epic 7, but in all of your Huawei games. Check me out getting this $100 pack for under $50. And to sweeten the pot for the month of June only, Huawei is offering a special extra 5% coupon, making June the best month ever. You can access the special Summer Vibe coupon only by joining Appgallery's Discord with the link in the description of this video. Don't sleep on this, guys. This special coupon is here only for the month of June. Huawei Appgallery has saved me tons of money across all the games I play, and I know they can do the same for you. Check out the link in the description of this VOD for information on how to start saving with Huawei today. Stephen Young, why you gotta out me like that? Now we have to cancel the whole show. Brother, what are we gonna do now? What's up, everybody? Greg Williams, Sir Alexander. Good to see you, Ed 999990. I'm glad you like the guides, buddy. I gotta do Guild Wars. Holy shit. Okay. I didn't do it. I blame it on tits. You know, that's fair. Wait. Please tell me we're crushing. Oh, we're crushing. I don't have to worry. Okay, let's go have some fun. Any big towers left up? Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's hit this guy. Holy shit. What is going on? Even Sue? Oh, hell nah. Was there notes? Fire Seer, less than 39 speed, Holy Stack AC note. I don't get it, but we're going to get it. Let's see. You, go out of the way. I can't see. This, and this, and this. How do we do this? I do this into this. That'll kill him, but then his ass is coming right back to life. This isn't going to work. What will work? What happened to the Saleme emoji? It's coming back tomorrow, guys. It's coming back tomorrow. Don't panic. Somebody give me a good team for the top team while I figure out how to kill the bottom team. Okay, I figured out how to kill the bottom team. How do I kill the top team? Let's see. Listen to this into, you know, I could just fucking Moon Bunny Nodos this bitch. Moon Bunny. Now this can't kill me. No toes at all. And let me see. You're going to do the thing. It doesn't matter who you go into. It's going to proc this cleanse. That's not going to do anything. And then she'll S3. That'll push her up. She might be on Storm Sword, though, and she could push this up, and that could be a problem. So how do I stop that? How do I get ahead of this? Hecate? Nah. My Arby's not Torrent, though. You know, we could just do Fat Cat Setsuka. You're right. Fat Cat, Setska, but there's no way in God's green earth I'm using Savior Auden. That just feels awful. I'm just gonna stick with Moon Bunny. Think, where did my fucking Moon Bunny go? Or just do this. Could do this. or why am I sorted by grade? I don't know why I'm putting so much fucking effort into this. We're winning this war either way. Isn't my Bryceria insanely fast? My Bryceria is the exact opposite of insanely fast. Here, hold this.
Yes.
Brap, brap. Pop. Get feared. Why win when you can win harder? Woo. Oh no, it's my turn. Ow.
Just waiting.
Ow. Bye-bye.
Deliverance is inevitable.
Hey. Hey. Ouch. Eat that.
Let's go, Rihanna.
Heal up. Oh, wait, I can't heal. I'm sealed. Blind Ross.
Isn't it?
Blind and stunned Rass. Aw. You were supposed to be stunned. Woo! Pop. Lovely. Tristen, should I get ML Teu? I don't have MLDN. If you have Zeo, if you have Sea Phantom Palladus, or if you plan on having Pumir, I think he's good for you. Outside of that, you probably won't use him much, but when you get to use him, he is a riot. Go Gadget, Briar Witch Asaria. Rap pop. Oh. The one that you sent me, Venom? Yeah, I believe I did. I thought I talked to you about it. I suck at DMs, man. Ooh, okay, who we fighting next? Our score is too high, so let's hit Moop. 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 Oh, look at this. Look at this. This is interesting. Let's strays the shit out of this team. We will need Katie from the land of tartar sauce. Where'd my Katie go? Why am I looking at Rangers? Yeah, that should do it. And up here, I don't know if one hit's gonna be enough. The soul burn, it'll kill this. It might kill this, but it might not. But I'll have skill null. I don't have to worry about I don't have to worry about her doing anything, so it's just this guy. I think this will be fine. Yeah, I think this will be fine. Luna? God damn it, you're right. None of this shit's fast, so I will use... Oh, how is my Luna speed? She's only 300. How's my Ahmed speed? Also 300. Ooh, Birgitta. Solved. Is Birgitta gonna be enough to get her to cut this nonsense? I think it should be. Right? It should be. Yeah, the proof of friendship. Fuck it. We're gonna find out. Is the summer unit out? Not yet. Not yet. In about 6.5 hours, though. Iron Tomb's a great freaking background music for Guild Wars. Whoop. Oh, why didn't I bind Mort? Mort would have been a much better choice to bind. Ouch. Oh my god, the fear. Kind of fucked up, guys. Kind of hitting the wrong buttons. Oh no, BBK is going to hurt me. Ouch. Okay, you just got to wake up, Bri. Wake up, Bri. Wake up. It's a total fail run, by the way. That Senya's going to lose her mind. Bap, 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 bap. Okay, that was fun. Out. Luna was a bad idea. Who said Luna? Puh. Whoop. You cannot escape my sword. Brap. Giddish, 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 giddish. Poof. Luna won me that battle, but I had to sacrifice her. Yeah, I shouldn't have used... I should have just stuck with my original plan. My original plan was fine. But it's okay. This one right here. Let's see. Who is this? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Up here, we Arby and we Vildred. And up here, we up here we up here we RNL. Dead, straight, and we Cabal. Do 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 do. What is this defense doing here? Not much. Whoosh whoosh. Woo! Tagoar, thank you so much for the resub, buddy. I appreciate you, man. Oh. If this doesn't kill, I'm going to be very embarrassed. Summer Corvus. You know you'd pull for him. Stop healing yourself. Everything is starting tomorrow instead of Monday. We don't know. I believe last time they said everything started on Thursday and then we still had to wait until Monday for the actual Epic Pass to start. I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's not going to. I'm just saying don't be freaked out if it if the pass itself doesn't start till Monday, and everything else, the buff events, the summons, that starts tomorrow. Because that's the way it's been in the past. We will have to see. I hope you're right, and I hope everything does start tomorrow. But having week 1 be Thursday to Wednesday each week, that's kind of crazy. Ow! What the fuck? Ow. Freaking hit my Arby and everything. Freaking hit my Vildred and everything. Oh my god. Counter. Stop it. Counter. I can't dodge anything. He's hit me with every single attack. What is evasion? What is even evasion? He hit again. Outstanding. Wrong artifact? His evasion's more than just his artifact. Okay, good. I am done. Done and out. Freaking Rat, man. Classic Rat. Rat loves me. You know Rat loves me. Okay, what else we got to do? Roll some gear. Okay. This one obviously hits speed because it can't hit anything other than speed. Except effectiveness maybe, but this definitely hits speed.
5 release.
You distracted me with the text-to-speech. Now I'm not hitting speed.
Best test 3 animation.
Out of all the ML5s released in 2026, who is the best of all the S3 animations, DN? It's not even a contest. Okay, we got speed at the end, and this became a very nice piece. The attack is really, really unfortunate, but we'll still take it. Ooh, these boots. These boots can't really go wrong unless they hit attack. Shit, I just said it, didn't I? I heard the words coming out of my mouth. As long as it doesn't hit health, it'll be great. Right? As long as it doesn't hit health, it'll be great. If it hits health twice, we're screwed. Oh, see, that's called reverse psychology. Man, look at that. 666s. What mediocre piece of... Man, I think I sell these. I think I have to sell these. These aren't usable on anybody. That's tragic. Fucking garbage can boots. But... this neck is the piece of the hour because it's going to roll right into that speed. I mean defense. What is up with the 6s today? Speed! There we go. There we go. God damn it. That 6 defense sucks. Can't all be this one. But we take this one. That's nice. I can change that garbage can attack stat to something else. These I legitimately might sell. There's nobody in the game that uses these. Cookie, you're good at finding garbage gear to go on good units. Does the game even know where this goes? Yeah, look where the game's... Look at these has-beens the game's recommending this for. Yeah, it's a perfect Bihu piece. It's a perfect Bihu piece. Unbelievable. Did you guys know that was here? Like, I have no idea who will use this. And you can click this little helmet and it says, here's units that can use it. Bet you didn't even know that existed. Bihu is wearing stockings. He needs to. Are you kidding me? Hey, nobody needs to see that. Get some socks on this guy. Let's go see Hoochie. Don't forget to go see Hoochie, guys. Everybody cries about the charms. I don't have charms. And everybody forgets to go see the rat in the dungeon. I've been playing since 2019 and I have one 24 speed neck. I've been playing since 2018 and I have, well, I guess I have two 24 speed necks now, but I had one 24 speed neck as of yesterday. Hoochie, I expect better inventory next time. This is kind of ass. The rat in the dungeon deserves to be forgotten. The rat in the dungeon deserves to have a button right freaking here or over here that says open the Hoochie shop so you don't have to go into the dungeon. Now, Smogate says they want to be more respectful of our time. How about you be more respectful of our time and put Hoochie right there on the Labyrinth tab? But it is what it is. Imagine they make a co-op mode, which sounds really cool. You mean like Ancient Inheritance? Okay, all we have is, guys, I hope you did the, oops, I hope you guys took care of your, hey, Quiet, thank you for the Prime, buddy. Yeah, it's your first Prime. You could use that anywhere, but you dropped it here. Thank you so much. Make sure you get this done, guys. It goes away on July 1st. You only got a few more days to finish off your side story. Tristen, IRL beach stream incoming? Yeah, likely. I'll be in the Pacific Ocean on July the 1st. If I've got internet connection, I'll stream it. You can watch me drown. I kind of like raid mode where you can have another player and have their team fight bosses with you or something. You mean like regular episode where you can go in and take a friend's unit along with you? I'm going to try to live stream from Anime Expo, but convention centers are notoriously like dog shit for streaming. I mean, it'll probably wind up being a slideshow. We'll do what we can, but I can't guarantee I'll have good connection in there. But I'll do what I can. You and your hot water with your hat would be hilarious. I don't think I'm going to be taking my hat to the beach, guys. If I had a board, maybe. But I'm not taking a board to the beach either. And I'm not really going for the beach. I'm going for the expo, but I mean, I don't know. I'm going to try, right? I land Wednesday, check into the hotel at like 3 o'clock. I'm going to just try to get there, maybe just like do an hour or two. Where's Amexpats? In LA. Just try to get an hour or two in at the beach because I've never been in the Pacific before. But I can't stay there too long. I can't risk getting exhausted before the expo. Ooh, no. These are everywhere now. These are everywhere, and it's making me sad. Okay, boring. Puny God, quick battle, dead. Man, LA is expensive. So I hear. How are your legs doing? They're still attached. Ooh, this one looks juicy. This game sucks. I hate how hard it is to get plus 20 speed. Welcome to Gotcha Gaming. Gearing is a giant pain in the ass. There is always a gatekeep. It's not hard to get 20 speed. It just takes a lot of grinding. He dropped 5 covenants. Congrats, man. When will the summer event come? It's already the 25th after maintenance, which is starting in about 15 minutes, guys. Then we'll have a little podcast and some 5 or 6 more hours of downtime, and then game will come back, and you can all cuss at how lucky, unlucky you are at the game, and how lucky all your guildmates are at the game. Do. Here, hold that stun. Brap. Oh, come on. Stun everybody. Stop it. Stun everybody. Can't stun shit. Any idea when we're getting a photogenic rerun? I suspect it will be probably early August. You killed my bunny. What beach are we going to? I don't know. Whatever one's closest to the LA Convention Center. I'm just going to jump in an Uber and say, take me to the ocean. Stop it! Oh my god. Here, get stunned. Okay, fine. Don't get stunned. See if I care. Hit here. Chop, chop into an extra attack. Chop, chop. That's dead. And is this dink going to kill us? Am I going to lose to the redhead? Ow! Chop, chop. Oh my god. Ouch. We win. I feel lucky for not getting Ludwig. Man, I wish I'd summoned for Hecate, but I was saving for the summer units. Hecate came out in like January. You were saving for the summer units in January? That's dedication, man. I was shoveling snow, not thinking about summer units. Ooh, ooh. This work? I think this should work. Ouch. The ER on Ludwig is amazing for Renox. She doesn't push him back, and that lets this team work. All the typically what they do is a custom group summon, right? Where you can select any 3 of the past summer units, add them to the pool, and then you can pick the 3 that you want to summon for, and you do it. What's ER? It sounds like a fake stat. It is a fake stat, except when it isn't. Okay, I'm telling you, Cookie rubbed off a little on me. Yeah, I'll be at Anime Expo. I have a bunch of really cool stickers for you if you want to swing by. Brap, brap, pop. Okay. Uh-oh. There has been no rerun announced. There will be a rerun. There is a very specific reason that, oh shit. Dog shit taco. I've got no way to win this. I just gotta try to beat through the souls here. I don't have a pop artifact on her. We lose. Hello, Baka. You can jump in the waiting room anytime you want, buddy. Tidal Rift Elvira. Okay, hang on. Let me... I've not even used all these. Fuck it. I don't care. I don't care. Let me just quick battle some of these real quick. Because we don't have time to actually fight real matches. We just got quick battle. I think the preview for Tidal Elvira will be the Tuesday after next. I think I gotta look at the calendar. Give me a second. I've only got like 11 minutes. Let me get some sheet done. Quick battle. Oh, damn!
Oh.
I lost a fight. I think it's Baka's fault.
It's always my fault. That's fine.
I don't want to do any more of this. Okay, hang on. Let me make sure. Have I done everything? Wash dinner, microwave the cat. Wait, I had an arena piece to roll too, didn't I? I had an arena piece to... Oh, look at this. Look at this sword, which is going to freaking go... This is my 3 out of 5 right here. 25 speed. Bam! damn. Oh god, it is still okay. It's actually it's really freaking mediocre.
I mean,
there's some
worse.
PV. What's better, guys? 37,000 gold or this sword? I'm really not sure. It's a 2021 AOL sword, right? It's a you know who would love this is a Tamarin, an abyss climbing Tamarin. It is extremely okay. Extremely okay. Alrighty. Hang on. Who is not geared? Who is not geared? Oh, that's right. I moved gear around. They can be naked for now. Okay, that is done and done. And calendar. Okay, so July 8th is when you're going to find out about Elvira, because July 2nd is when Rihanna and Luciella goes away. That's my money. It's not guaranteed, but it's the most likely situation to occur. It's very unlikely they will show you Elvira's kit while Rihanna and Luciella are still pullable. What was the other question? There was another question about dates. Oh yeah, when do I think the rerun's going to be? We got 6 weeks, right? So 25th is 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. I think the first week of August is going to be the summer reruns, because they will have gone through all of the banners. But the summer event, the summer dash, Epic Dash event goes all the way through August. So I think the beginning of August is going to be the summer reruns. And then we'll hit the end of summer right here on the 28th. And we'll get a version update. And then we are into anniversary on August 30th. But guys, there is a reason that Aram and Hua-Young is not available from the selector tickets, and that's because they want to do a summer rerun and make money. There's no way that's not gonna happen. Leaked news: Epic 7 is collaborating with Jujutsu Kaisen. That'd be wild. Is Elvira confirmed in ML? Officially, no. Unofficially, she is definitely an ML, guys. Who is this gonna be if it's not Elvira? Right in the middle of summer, we're gonna put Dark Priest Kairon on a surfboard? Of course she's an ML5. So yeah, she is not confirmed, and in spite of my gotcha persuasions, I am not a gambling man, but I would lay an entire paycheck on Elvira being an ML5. Low-key, can we get Dark Crease Spray on a surfboard? Yo, I like it. RNL got all my mystics. She got all mine too. But she was worth it, man. What a banger unit. I think if you're sitting at pity, she's still worth picking up. And I say that staring Elvira in her galaxy-legged thigh. But yeah, you do you, man. You do you. Your new DDR scuba diving. That would be the most broken unit in preseason. I just realized my two best immunity DPS boots both have 28 ER. You know what would be worse than having 28 ER on your boots? Your 28 ER doesn't feel so bad now, does it? I'm sorry. I didn't give any kind of warning. You didn't get a chance to like cover your kid's eyes or anything. I'm sorry. Those of you with weak constitutions, man, I apologize. That's terrifying. Let me see. I got to get some things set up because we are 5 minutes out. New window.
A juicy little 24 speeder.
Did I see my 24 speeder? Or did I see your 24 speeder?
I've seen yours.
Yeah, that was sexy. That's going to be a freaking YouTube short. Rolling that one, that was amazing. I tried to do the same thing over here, but I freaking missed one. But that still turned out okay.
It's still pretty good.
Yeah, we have minimal complaints. Joe, I got your volume all the way up, and you're still giga quiet. So, if you guys want to throw up your cameras, I will work on getting you situated. Let me share my stream here. There's the projector, so you can be caught up.
I apologize in advance. The shades are not a fashion statement. I broke my glasses, and they're the only other prescription ones I have. So.
Excuses. I know I am personally offended by it, but we'll go ahead and let it go this time. Only this time. Where is Discord? Only this time. Let's see. This here to a bulk. Boop. There you are. Hey, Joe. Cam. You going cam or camless, Mr. Joe?
Yeah, no, I'm going camera. Just trying to hear.
Okay, let me see. I can pop you out, and I've got a Discord set up just for you, I think. Maybe not. And browser source. Oh, wait. That's the wrong thing. Boop. Fuck it. I'll just give you Sue's cam for now. He'll deal with it. Boop. Boop. Ah. All right. Oops. Welcome to the stream, guys. Can we do a little sound check and everybody let me know if you can hear them? I guess not.
Adjusting my camera.
Yeah, Joe, you need to kick your microphone up like 80%. Where is Sue? Sue is on holiday. He went to see a friend graduate, so we are Sue-less today. Joe is going to fill in as our co-host and Baka as our special guest.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
It's diabolical putting them side by side. I know. It's like Rihanna and Luciella over there, right?
Two RTA addicts.
Hey, I'll take it.
We have I think close to 7,000 RTA games combined between the two of these guys. So if anybody has, yeah, I'm _absent. True. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Where is the clock? Like seconds, guys. You got seconds left, man. Get your stuff done. Remember that thing you were supposed to do? Did you get your Guild Wars done? You got like 12 seconds to get your Guild Wars fights done.
One more done.
Bark, bark.
Let's see how that's.
They're similar to Rem and Ram. Yeah, I look at them and that's what I think. They look exactly like Rem and Ram don't.
Which one's which?
How long is maintenance?
5 hours.
6 hours. It's scheduled. It's scheduled for 6 hours. They usually come up early, so 5.5 hours. Joe, can you kick your volume up any? I've got you maxed out.
My microphone is turned all the way up. So unless my computer went and did some freaking thing.
Are you sure you check to make sure that your HyperX is picking up? Because it doesn't sound like a HyperX. It almost sounds like it's going through your monitor.
How's that?
6 hours again. Why does it take so long? These summer units ain't gonna like release themselves.
How excited are you for them, Tristen?
All right.
Oh, I got the. I'm not really excited for Fumir. Fumir's excited for me.
I see. I see.
All right, guys. Welcome to the Post Maintenance Podcast. We are joined today by Joe K5 on the left. He's the quiet guy with the glowing purple microphone, and Baka in his killer shades. He was doing a few too many drugs while watching the World Cup, so he's got to wear the sunglasses.
Yeah, Scotland lost, so what can I say? I had to take my rage out somewhere.
Oof, oof, oof. Their socials are linked in either chat, or in either stream title. So click on them, drop follows, drop subs. Make sure you're checking these guys out. Baka comes to us from a distant and terrifying land called Etheria Restart, where one day he decided to see what was going on over in Epic 7 land, and 3,000 games later, I think it's got its hooks dug deep into him. I am so terribly sorry for your free time, Bak. That is an awful thing for us to do to you, but we are glad to have you as part of the community. And Joe K5, a little bit behind this time around, Joe. You normally have about a few thousand extra RTA fights in by now, but to be fair, he did take a go to the hospital debuff. He RB collapsed him, or not RB, but Genesis Ross collapsed him in a fight, and it wound up collapsing his lung too. So Joe fought his way back and even streamed from his hospital bed because he is that much of a Chad, and now he is back and ready to play. So welcome to the stream, guys. I'm glad to have both of you.
Glad to be here. Thanks for inviting me again.
Are you guys excited for the units? I mean, Eye of the Abyss Fumir. I am told Etheria has a unit very similar to how this girl works, right? Or am I incorrect?
We do. And
so she's totally unbalanced and breaks the meta there, right?
She's very hard to play against. She is very hard to play against. She's a lot of people's pre-bans, and yeah, you're going to have a lot of fun playing against a very similar styled unit. Looking forward to seeing how E7 tackles her.
So I'm pre-banning her. Got it. Okay. Good enough.
I mean, the difference with the one in Etheria can target and exile anybody. So they could target any of your 4 units. Whereas this one's a bit more tailored to E7, which I think is good.
Does she look like this?
Maybe with a bit more clothes, but but yeah, not quite. I think the E7 looks have it topped.
All right. Joe, what do you think about this artifact? I've heard people losing their damn mind over the Fumir artifact, saying it's going to be best in slot on Witch, and that you want to wish list this, you want to have 1,000 of them. Is it that much of an improvement over existing artifacts? Do you think this is something where people should just get one and max it out and be done with it, or should they get multiple, and why?
Well, unfortunately, you can't wishlist it because it's limited, so
oh,
that.
Damn! See, I tried to catch him, but he was too smart for me.
But no, I'm gonna get a plus 31 and probably a couple additional ones. I'm gonna get one for Fumir and one for Witch and probably one for Silverblade, and just go from that.
For Silverblade, huh?
Definitely a MLM artifact, I guess you could say. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to have one for Silverblade.
I think as a Zeo player, this is like a Zeo player's dream artifact for all their mages. Because you could just chuck it on like half of your mages, and then you always know that you've got another bridge that isn't really a bridge at the moment, which is just perfect.
I can tell you this, guys. For those of you saying, I don't think it's that important, I don't think it's that big of a deal. You remember when this artifact came out? Remember this one? And everybody's like, what good is this? Who's going to want this? And you know, they just pulled one of them and called it a day. And then this banner went away. And about a week after this banner went away.
Oh, how Lady of Scales came out.
This monstrosity came out. You guys remember that? And how everybody wished they had pulled multiple photogenics? So yeah, I strongly encourage you to get at least 2 of that artifact, because you never know what's going to happen in the game, and you don't want to be the person that's sitting here going, well, I guess in 2027 I can go get more copies of frickin' Fumir's artifact. Take it from the guy who pulled 3 Rocket Punch gauntlets and said, who's ever going to use this artifact and fuse them all together? Don't be that guy. Keep 2 of them. Keep 2 of them, and if 4 or 5 months down the road you just don't find a use for the second one, then go ahead and fuse it if you want. But yeah, I strongly encourage you to keep at least 2. You know, summon 1, powder the other, whatever it takes. But it'll try to keep at least 2.
With the summer units, are you able to buy one of them for dust?
Yeah,
you will
buy all. You can buy all the artifacts with dust.
Yeah, you can always get one from Dust, and I don't know if they. I mean, there should be additional ones if you like over summon on the banners, but I caution you guys against going ham on Fumir until we see Ob's kit. Everybody thought Hua Young was the tits, and then Aram came out later, and people were sad they ran out of bookmarks. So plan ahead, because you don't just have Aram or Fumir to go through. You've got Ob to go through, and if you think they're not going to do a rerun on past summer units, you don't know how much Smilegate likes money. They're definitely going to do a rerun. So make sure you pace yourself, you pace your resources.
Because it seems like every single summer we have Soul Weaver plus whatever. So I spend like Lulu Carliti, Frida, and Ida. Last year was Aram and Wam. So is it going to be Ob and Fumir? With her being a Soul Weaver. With her camera.
Would 10,000 summons be enough? I hope you mean 10,000 Sky Stones, because if you've got 10,000 summons, put the credit card down. Back away, because oh my god. But 10,000 Sky Stones is refreshing the secret shop. I think that's enough for a little over 1 pity. So probably enough to get through the new summer units, but I'm not so sure if it's enough to get through the new summer units and the old summer units. But do remember, it is the Dash event, and they are incredibly generous. For the Dash event, you will get a lot of resources.
I'm excited for this Dash event. It'll be the first time having one. It's also kind of wild that I've been playing for like coming on 3 months, and this is only the 2nd limited unit while I've been playing.
Yeah, for all of you Epic Dash versions out there, this is one of the best times to be an Epic 7. It is. I tell people you will get 6 months of growth done in 6 weeks. I'm not exaggerating. Even free to play will see that level of growth. You get so much stuff. Do they give Covenant bookmarks in the Dash event? Here's the thing: we don't. Yeah, we don't know if they will give Covenant bookmarks. Last time they gave special temporary bookmarks, and since then they have kind of come out with the new what do you call them? These green Chronicle bookmarks.
Yeah,
which is probably what they'll give us is Chronicle bookmarks, but we don't know for sure. And they've been very tight-lipped. These are the rewards from last year. So we kind of have an idea of the kind of things we're going to get. And it's fat.
Like
We-
last year, we had a post last year for the Dash Pass of what they had in it, what was we were getting, what everything was. And this year, it's just like,
Well, we had a whole website last year, right? There was a whole web, but last year Dash event was coupled with anniversary. It was like Epic Dashiversary. This year they're coupling the Epic Dash with summer, which is a little confusing to me, right? Because if we're going right out of this Epic Dash event into anniversary, how are they going to top the 8th anniversary of the game? How are they going to top summer and Epic Dash together with the anniversary?
25 speed.
25 speed. ML5 selector, 25 speed. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see, right?
25 speed and an L5 selector of anyone's choice. Here you go.
I can tell you this, Epic Dash brings in tons of new players, so I really hope that through the Epic Dash over the 6 weeks, they bring in lots of new players, and that's like setting the ball, and then they spike it with Anniversary, but they're really going to have to pull all the stops out for Anniversary to not have Summer Dash kind of overshadow it a little bit. So let's talk a little bit about the Epic Dash and some things that are said in here which are a little confusing based on last year. So the Epic Dash is scheduled to start right after maintenance. Yo, Valky! Hey guys, Valky just raided us. Welcome, Mr. Valk.
Welcome, Valky.
You guys following Valky? You sub to him? You checking out his YouTube video? Because if not, no wonder you're struggling in RTA. Go follow that man. Everything I learned about RTA, I learned from Valky, and that's not saying a lot, but you know, you watch his stuff and you'll do better. Guy gives a masterclass on explaining all things RTA, so go check him out. Go follow him.
He's got the
Valky RTA guys. Let's go.
He's got the Higa cleave going with the Briar and Freer and cleave. So yeah.
Cleave.
He's got the video coming out on that soon. I'm gonna have
Cleave,
to
cleave.
and learn how to freaking fight it or.
That's a funny word, Joe. What's it mean?
It means I get to watch people play the game. I get to watch people play the game as I sit there and tilt.
Okay, so this right here has got some people a little flummoxed, right? Scheduled to start after maintenance. The past 2 times, the Epic Dash has been Monday to Sunday for the weeks, right? And it just makes sense. Each new week is a Monday through Sunday thing, kind of like Arena, kind of like the Heart of Orbis, that kind of stuff. So we're not 100% sure how this is going to work. If week 1 is going to start when maintenance shows up, or if we have to wait until Monday to start doing our weeks of Epic Dash. In the past, this has started on Monday, but this other stuff has started right after maintenance. So it could be that the Epic Dash will be delayed. And if it is, just relax. It's like 4 days. You guys can deal with it. You waited all summer all year for this. You can wait 4 more days for your summer. But if it does start on Wednesday, it'll be interesting, or Thursday, it'll be interesting to see how they handle that. But the other stuff, the Epic Dash button right here, this is where you'll go get your quick battles and your summons. The premium Moonlight summons, where you can go and summon for your ML5s, the Lucky Dash mini games, probably the buff event, all that stuff, that will probably start right when it happens, right when maintenance is over. But I know it says it's scheduled for this, but I don't know how they'll it would just be weird to have each week be from Thursday to Wednesday. That's a weird way to do a week, but we'll see.
They gave us a schedule below. They were actually kind enough to actually give us a schedule. They went out their way to first give us a schedule, which is like the first of its kind. I never actually expected that.
Yeah, I mean, here, if you start the Epic Dash in week 3, 7-9 to 7-16, what's 7-9 to 7-16? They're calling that week 3. Yeah, see, maybe 7-9 to 7-16. You know, maybe it is. Maybe they're doing Thursday to Wednesday as the weeks. So maybe week 1 does start here and it goes until Thursday. Crazier shit's happened, so
they have been doing the weekly resets on Wednesday now. Actually, now that I think about it, because it used to be like Hall of Trials would end on Sunday. Now Hall of Trials ends on Wednesday.
Yeah,
and then everything else is just like whatever. So maybe it is just like the new stuff is Mola Monday is like the start of the new week for the shop, but everything else is just set to Wednesday.
I'm fine with it. I kind of like it. That'll be nice. Yeah, this right here really makes me think it is that week 1 of Epic Dash is going to start the instant it goes live.
Wednesday doesn't exactly roll off the tongue well.
So just so you guys know, if it's got a little hand touching a target, it's a selector. And if it's got the triple red arrow on it, it's a fully decked selector. So Joe pointed this out, and props to him for noticing it. Leaf, and this clearly is a Trump's toupee, so it's an emote for sure, or it could be a Spirit Bloom. It's one of the two. And having a Spirit Bloom here on this week, that makes Joe think that this is probably new player rewards, not veteran or returners. But we'll have to see. But regardless, everybody's probably getting a selector ticket, a fully decked selector ticket at the end of week 1. And Wednesday to or Thursday to Wednesday, week 1 means week 1 will end right here on the 2nd of July. Now, what's the problem, Joe, with week 1 ending on July 2nd?
Oh, hey, look, balance patch. Hey, guys.
Balance patch is being announced the very next day. So you do not have to collect the selector. You can wait until week 6 and then go back and collect the selector. Right? You don't have to click on the rewards. You can just slide into week 2, start working on week 2, and then go back and click week 1. So if you want to wait and see what's coming in the balance patch, right? Because maybe, I don't know, maybe, maybe Zahak becomes the most broken meta unit in the universe, and if you don't have a plus 15 Zahak on your account, there's no way you're going to be able to compete next season. Probably not going to happen, but what if it does? What if it does? Don't blow your selector until you know what's going to happen with the balance announcement. You love Zahak, he's so hot. I'm going to ruin him for you. Check out Zahak's wrist over here.
Or Zahak's bendy wrist.
You'll never unsee it now.
Is there ever a unit that was just like completely unusable that came out of a balance patch and was like the most broken thing ever?
Fire Litica, when her first balance patch, when she got adjusted, she popped out of like surprise. Like people have used her exclusively for PvE, and it was like freaking haste is rework. Haste is reworked. ML Haste was
Blood Moon Haste was probably one of the most insane recent glow ups for sure.
And then he just fucking vanished.
Hand Guy was really good, and then Hand Guy got insane. Mort was really good, and then Mort got insane. From where they were to where they are, those two had a bigger glow up, but it's not like they were bad. Arby was bad. Initial Arby was hailed as the worst unit in the game. In fact, a friend of mine pulled Specimen Says back in 2019, and he said, "How'd I do?" And I said, "You pulled the second worst unit in the game." And he goes, "Who's the worst?" I was like, "Arby." He goes, "Okay, I'm good. At least it wasn't Arby." And then 1 week later, they buffed Arby to insanity, and so he quit the game. He felt like it was targeted at him. So yeah, they're
I feel
Arby
attacked.
Oh yeah,
and now he's super strong.
Well, I remember when we got it.
God, I'm trying to remember what his kit was. He didn't CR push when you killed him. He just came back to life wherever he was on the CR bar. I mean, it was pretty awful.
I remember when we got the 4 to 5 star Moonlight tickets when they buffed the Moonlight tickets, and I got Dark Corvus, and so it was like, well, congratulations, you're good for Guild War.
So yeah, I mean, you don't get me wrong, right? You're missing Fene. Go get your Fene. You know, you're missing Setska. Go get your Setska. I mean, there's certain like gold standard units. You're going to want them for RTA season end. There's no reason to not pick them up when they're fully decked like that. But if you're sitting there on the fence going, I don't know, I kind of got a little bit of everything. You know, maybe you don't sleep on your Green Pavel. Maybe Green Pavel, you know, gets a Ain't gonna happen. But, you know, I mean, crazier shit's happened, right? Nobody expected Mort to happen. Nobody expected Death Dealer Ray to happen. Definitely nobody expected Firelitica to happen.
I don't
So
know
just
that.
keep your eyes open for that.
After Mort's second buff where he brought about fear, I think I really disliked Mort. He brought in that wonderful debuff that just has a 40% chance. It's like, it's Mort. 40% chance to wake up.
You know what? I'd take another Melissa buff. I like Melissa.
Is there anybody that you would want, like, buffed that's pretty weak at the moment?
Mooey.
I don't even know what that character does.
This guy is too freaking cool to be this bad.
What
Give
does he
Kane-
do?
Give nothing. Literally, like he does a bleed every time he attacks, and like, woohoo!
Kane's this badass vampire lord that gets freaking put in the waiting room and then comes out every whatever and then goes back into hibernation.
Yep. I'd like to see Kane get a glow up. I would like to see some justice for Mui, but I just Smilegate hates this unit. They hate this unit so much that they said, yeah, we already have a bunny girl, but you know what? Let's just make Ilanov a bunny girl. Poor Mui. And it's terrible, right? You look at Mui's kit, and you know she was one of the only warriors with a target at 100% chance. She could stun, she could bleed, she could dual attack, enhanced dual attack. She was one of the first units with enhanced dual attack, like Summer Break Charlotte has. She attack buffed all allies. I mean, on paper she looks great, but
She's a clown.
she's just not.
she fits her artifact to a T. Circus.
Yes. But yeah, I'd like to see Mui. I mean, Mui got a buff last time, and it was awful. But
never forget what they took from us with the art contest. We could have got Casino Bunny, Mui, and they.
Oh yeah, Casino Bunny would have been good. But yeah, you know who I think's going to get buffs?
Elena?
I think they might have teased it a little bit, right? Because we look at the update, and one of the things they revealed is a really lackluster and shitty galaxy rotation. And look at these units. Ain't none of these units worth a squirt of piss in the game right now.
Violet's finally going to get his 100% evasion, guys. You heard it here first. He's going to get 100% evasion.
What if they get instead of giving Rylet 100% evasion? What if they gave him like a significant amount of life steal on his skills?
Lifesteal would work.
That way you could put him on pursuit set,
and then you can't steal.
So yeah,
Target him.
But command model Leica, Ballance is, I mean, Ballance is on lost his only damn job to Tenebria. You know, what if they do something for him? Command model Leica, she's fast, she's got a good kit, but she doesn't quite, what I say, I meant riposte. Command model Leica, you know, they could do something for her. Ilanov's probably just there because of the skin, so people can imprint their Ilanovs, but holy crap, I would love to see Fire Ilanov get a buff. Oh my god, she looks so good. Everybody bitches about the current Fire Ilanov skin. God damn, she looks good.
You know what they could do with Ilanav's kit to make it work with her is just have it, if she has a buff, she uses her enhanced S1. If she doesn't have a buff, then you get the shitty S1. That's the easiest way to do it because her S1, her enhanced S1 is so powerful, and her like non-enhanced S1 is so bad on the multipliers. I think that's like the biggest thing holding her back that every other player talks about. Is she is one of the best units in terms of injury and stuff like that, and she just has the worst S1 in the game. And it's just something so simple as a fix. She gives herself like a 3-turn buff stack, I think, where it's like she gives herself 3-turn immunity or whatever, and she shoots up the CR bar like 50%, and it's just like her S1 is just so bad. There's nothing redeeming about it.
Everybody always brings up this girl. Oh, wait, sorry. It's the Mancer that throws me. She's somehow a ranger because all mages in this game are rangers. Everybody else brings up this girl and how she needs a buff. I think she needs an ever so slight bump to her damage modifiers, and that's fucking it.
I hope she gets one. I've pulled 3.
Yeah.
I just keep getting.
They had from that. Remember that silhouette teaser from way back that had Audney, Sigrid, Elena, and whatever. They all buffed or like revealed the characters, and Elena's like the last one that hasn't got a buff out of that whole group.
She needs hit chance. You know, Spacey, if they gave her accuracy, she would be used over Mort big time. Yeah, we know Joe's mic's a little low. We've been fighting with it.
I've got it cranked all the way as high as it goes.
Do they ever give big buffs to 4 stars? Because out of the 4 stars from the kits that I've read, I find Wretched Rose super interesting, but she just seems kind of bad.
The last 4-star they gave a huge buff to was Angel of Light when she released. She was a 5-star in disguise, and that was about it.
They gave a buff to Oxlots, which effectively nerfed him out of PvE, so now he's only used in RTA. So they nerf buffed A-Lots. They gave Fat Cat a buff with more evasion spread, and that has paid off dividends because of Nodos.
Shuri 100% hit chance.
Yep. Shuri got a major buff. And so much I built 2 Shuris because of it. Oh, big. Hey, Juan Jurado, thank you so much. Man, I'm just going to butcher your name, so I'm just going to call you Jean. Thank you so much for the sub, buddy. Big Booty Corinne got a massive buff. Being able to proc her immortality more than once made this unit the terror of 2024. And yeah, she was a nightmare to fight. She was so freaking strong. They had to come out with this unit. Valky said it best, right? We were like, Veronica, we need you really bad. And Veronica's like, bet, I'm a vampire slayer. What we got? Vampire Lord, I'm good at that. I got you covered. We're like, no, okay, vampires are a problem, but there's this high school girl with a sword. And we really need you to deal with that. So, yeah, if it wasn't for Veronica, BBK just destroyed everything.
And then people played Veronica with BBK.
Well, yeah, that's the way of things, right? If it can be used against Cleve, Cleve will use it against you. As the law of the land.
Nothing like getting defense broken and watching your whole team die.
So yeah, it doesn't always work this way, that the rotations are on the balance patch, but the rotations are just so universally bad in every aspect of the game. Sylvan Sage Vivian's the closest one to usable, and her gear requirement is so heckin' high just to make her usable that you're probably better putting that gear on other units. That it just makes me wonder if these are going to get glow ups to suddenly encourage us to go for them. And the timing would be great, because the ML5 summons, unlike New Era, those 100 ML5 summons, you get to keep the dupes, and if you pull a dupe, you get coins. So that might help you be able to pull these people to be able to use in the balance patch, but we'll have to see.
Food for thought is, think about it like this. The next coin shop is going to have boss in it, and probably Arya. They could do a 2-4. So if you don't get boss, you don't get Arya. Hey. They go and buff one Landy or one Violet to one real good freaking thing and make people go, oh, I want to get Landy, I want to get Violet. And then they go and release like Boss and Arya from the freaking coin shop. It's like, oh, well, too bad. You use your coins on this.
Something I will point out to you, in case you didn't notice, the balance announcement is on July 3rd. We think it should be.
They said it was.
They said it was? Okay, good.
It said balance adjustments July 3rd. Balance adjustment is...
RTA ends on the 10th. The balance patch goes live 2 weeks after it's announced. Yeah, so whatever they say is changing here is not going to be used for RTA season. So you may want to, don't go and pre-build stuff and brick your RTA builds, or take these units into the last week of RTA thinking they're going to carry you. It's not going to work. You'll need to wait until the bounce goes live after maintenance. Ironically, the bounce patch will go live the same day ML Elvira will come out. I'm just going to call it ML Elvira. It's so hard to say ML Elvira. Bounce patch live in Elvira, same freaking day. So and right in the middle of preseason, it's going to be crazy preseason.
How long does preseason last?
Typically 4 weeks, but this RTA season was 2 weeks longer than normal. So with RTA being 14 weeks instead of the normal 12, it makes me wonder, are they going to shorten preseason, or did they purposely make it that long to line it up with like maybe when World Cup's going to be? Because the last thing they want is for the last week of RTA season, because all the people in World Cup are big RTA Andes, and they don't want the split attention, right? They want them focused on fighting in the World Cup, not focused on pushing for their frame at end of season. So it's possible that this was extended in a way to line up with when the World Cup's going to be, but it's just a theory. We don't really know for sure, but typically 4 weeks of preseason.
It's a long preseason.
Yeah.
It's standard, but yeah. They have shortened them before. They confirmed ML Elvira. They have not officially confirmed ML Elvira.
99%. It's 99%.
We know we got Ob. We know she's RGB limited. We know we got Fumir. We know she's RGB limited. We know they have never done more than 2 limited summer RGB units in the past. We know that there's an ML5 coming on July 16th. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? DN came out in the middle of the DN story. Monarch of the Sword of Saria came out in the middle of the Elbrus Ritual Sword story. Nodos came out in the middle of the God of Battle Colosseum story. Salome came out in the middle of the episode 6 story with Salome.
They're gonna wait, guys. They're gonna milk it. I think what we're gonna see is they're gonna come out with stuff. You're gonna get whatever drip units and whatever, and then when they finally get around to releasing part 2 of episode 6, we'll finally get Kayron. So they could do Kayron for anniversary, or they'll do another big heavy hitter that they could freaking pull out of the woodwork. Maybe we finally do get ML Yuna finally. Maybe they finally go and freaking make her like some high tech unit, and then she automatically just wins the game when you fucking use her S3. just deletes the entire opposing team.
Hey Joe, can you try pulling the microphone like right up against you? Because man, it's like you're in a freaking barrel.
I could do like this.
That's a lot better. That's a lot better, to be honest.
I can hold up like a freaking weather reporter.
There you go.
This.
Smilegate said back in December that they wanted the banners to be consistent with the stories, and they have done that throughout, from Aki to DN to Rhiannon, Luciel, everybody. So in the middle of summer, who do you think the ML5 is going to be? Is it going to be ML5 Elvira, or is it going to be Dark Priest Kayron on a surfboard? I mean, it's not been confirmed yet, but there ain't no way it's not Elvira, guys. Ain't no way. I'm not a gambling man in spite of playing these games, and I would bet a paycheck it's ML Elvira.
I mean, Dark Priest Kayron on a surfboard sounds like it would go pretty hard.
I'd wail for it. I would wail for it. No cap.
Counterpoint with where's my human form Vera from that summer story from years ago.
Dude, they sealed up the entrance to Asmakalis, and she's trapped down there forever.
Damn.
Cow Milker Kayron? What's wrong with you?
Jeez.
Yo, Summer Pavel exists.
Summer Pavel in his 24 pack.
Holy crap! I
feel like a reporter with the freaking microphone being held here. Like, look at the 6-packs. Look at the 10-pack. Look at the 12-pack.
I like how it said NSFW content, because let me tell you what, you immediately feel like you need to go do some sit-ups. His freaking abs have abs. What is that? 1, 2, 3. It's like a 32-pack.
Does Bach know who Vera is? Did Bach
No.
see Vera?
Oh, hang on. I've got a treat for you.
You'll look at Vera and you'll be like, who the hell is that? To because then you see the other one, you're like, whoa.
Okay. You ready for this, Bak?
I'm ready.
Okay. It's gonna be a little sexy, so brace yourself.
Okay.
Oops.
I'm braced.
This is Secretary Vera.
Ooh.
What do you think? Fucking gorgeous, right? Yeah. So there was an entire story where this kingdom was ruled by bugs, and Secretary Vera escaped, and she assumed her human form. And this is what she looked like in her human form.
Oh, I can get behind that.
I'll never forget my friend DMing me saying, "Who's that? Who's that?" I said, "That's Secretary Vera." He went, "That's Secretary Vera?" I said, "Yep." He was like, "Oh no, I'm down bad for a worm." Like, yes, you are. And
if you can't let me at my worm.
Oh yeah. Where did that go? I had that here. Hang on.
Her design's cool.
Everyone was like, I just now noticed the freaking wings she has. So
that
the insect wings. I just
that led to this.
If you don't love me as my worm, then you don't.
God, that was really 5 years ago. That story.
5 years ago, and it's just like, oh my god.
She feels like she'd be.
You can still do this side story and experience it. It's the side story in the Book of Memories where you can get the specially changed for Alexa.
Yeah, specially changed Alexa. What a
oh my god, specially changed Alexa, right?
What a sale that was. Let's make Alexa just become a beach volleyball player every.
What do you mean? What a fail that was?
I was like so disappointed with it. I was so disappointed with the fact.
How could you be disappointed in this? God damn! Did you see what you looked like prior to the specially change?
She goes back to normal Alexa every freaking other time, and it's not the summer. She goes back to being.
I mean, who knew that Wyvern's natural enemy was a volleyball? In her time, she freaking nuked Wyverns. It was Alexa, play sad violin.
The freaking raid set Alexa with the volleyball damage of the guy just nuclear spiking Wyvern 13.
Yep.
I didn't even know this unit existed. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, 5 years ago. What can I say?
A lot of specially changed units are just a flash in the pan nowadays. Everyone's looking at it. It's just like, whoa. The thumbnail people just keep clicking. You got freaking Obe with freaking sexy chibi.
Dude, doing the freaking the fish lip chibi face. Oh my god.
that worm though, she feels like she'd be like primed to release at Halloween. Just perfect.
We all asked them, and then they got rid of that. And then they got rid of freaking Nightmare Lab, and Tristen lost a bunch of revenue from the videos. Those stuff in there.
So let's check out the 1 minute summary. This is a review of what's coming after the maintenance, everybody.
Wherever the abyss turns its gaze, no secret remains.
Joe's Hodge looks great.
I wonder.
What was that, Joe?
I am pre-banning this unit.
Pre-banning this character. I am using this character. Freaking Bossarunka is going to let her guard down. That's all I got to say. Oh my God. I'm so glad to not deal with that unit anymore. Summer Fumir, Eye of the Abyss Fumir, is a limited unit. If you do not pull this character, you will be waiting until 2027, halfway through 2027 for your second chance. I am not trying to encourage you to spend. I'm just hoping that you saved up. How can I abuse her kit? Any way you can think of. Mostly, she is a hard counter to Lady of the Scales and somewhat of a counter to Bossarunka. So Yeah,
Don't worry.
nasty.
Just assume this character's just me built just like your freaking ML Lunas. Just build her super, super fast and just someone for 3 turns.
If she does work like the way that the similar character works in the other game, immunity will stop the exile.
It's a unique effect. It's
We
still
don't know.
fire.
She wears a unique effect. We assume detain works like a unique effect, but we don't know officially. Everybody thought they knew how Harsetti worked. I'll never forget sitting in Discord rooms, reading the language on every single artifact. Okay, water's origin is phrased this way, but Soul Constellation is phrased that way. So we know this will work against Harsetti, but this will. Oh, and look at the exact wording on designer Lilibet. So she'll work against Harsetti because it says at the start of her turn, which will be after Harsetti's turn's over. So this definitely and then you know what? None of it fucking worked because Smilegate.
Wasn't Harsetti like a special character that she had like 5 or 6 like fake kits revealed, so we were all like freaking out every other day. Like Harsetti can do this, Harsetti does this, Harsetti does this, and then was her actual kit was revealed, and we were just like, "Well, this doesn't sound bad." And then she came out, we were like, "Oh, wait."
I can tell you this: if immunity works, I think this character's garbage. I don't think she's even playable. Because you can't target who you banish because you're always targeting the front unit. Freaking immunity Christie in this unit can't be used. A high ER unit could maybe stop her, but it's gonna be rough.
I wish in typical Smilegate fashion they had used like Hua Young or Ross to see if Hua or Ross would be turned into a bubble for 3 turns.
Right, yeah, because if immunity works, then boss or bystander Hua Young or Sylvan Sage Vivian, none of those would work, right?
But they gotta make it look like, oh hey, look, you've been having problems with Estelle and you've been having problems with Scales and Boss. Now you can just turn him to a bubble for 3 turns and win the game. Like, okay, cool.
You would have to run. To officially work with Luna, you would have to run Luna and Moon Bunny. Because if you just run Moon Bunny, then Fumir just S3s. She doesn't S2. And if you run Luna, she'll S2, which will activate the effect null, and then you S3. You actually would have to run both of them to hard counter it, or you have to run a Giga High ER Luna, which I may or may not be building just in case.
Can you imagine in RTA having someone play Luna, Moon Bunny, and then 2 other units just to counter this? I don't want to freaking deal with the mental gymnastics. I'll just freaking just pre-banner.
It'll be fine. She'll be fine.
It'll be fine, guys.
Well, it'll all be fine.
It'll all be fine.
I'm ranked 350. I'm close to freaking legend for the first time like ever.
Hey Joe, what do you think? Hey Joe, what do you think of this?
Hmm?
What do you think of this?
Who are you and what you do to? Who are you and why did you become Cookie?
I'm just saying, we might be cooking, or we might be cooked. We're gonna have to see.
Let's all face it. Cookie's Luna's probably like 350.
Why is this cookie infestation spreading? You're not kidding.
What's hidden?
Okay. Was fighting somebody with.
Joe, I gotta interrupt you for a second here, Joe. Can we take just one quick second to admire what Ob's doing up there in the corner?
She's just trying to see a starfish.
I mean, Ob's just doing what we're all thinking, right?
Oh, I didn't expect that.
I interrupted. What were you saying, Joe?
I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
I think we all did. Laser focused
about effectiveness.
I just hope we get this as a wallpaper for the game.
We do. They give the dash pass as they give like the 3. So we'll get the one with Ob looking and chasing after the little jellyfish guy. We'll get this one with her trying to grab Lumire's butt. A couple others.
Guys, a lot of people were worried about the ML5 summons. You get to do 5 a day, and there's 100 of them, and they're 5 a day, 100 summons. That's 20 days. From June 25th till August 27th, that is 65 days. Math is hard. You could literally only log in once every 3 days and get your ML5 summons done. So don't panic about it. You will have plenty of time, even if you go on holiday for a week.
You can even use Sky Stones. You can use Sky Stones to make up the missed days for the galaxies.
Sue's not here to say so, but he wanted me to point out to you guys that Fumir's finger in Ob's mouth was absolutely necessary and important to the story, so don't question it.
It's 100% necessary.
Also in true Sue's fashion, they put the story title card and just left Brigida's legs visible in her feet too. So all you see is Brigida in the background there.
See Brigida's legs.
Lower half.
Show me what lies within your mouth. This looks like, okay, so this is one of the side stories, right? Like you unlock the picture if you hit, I think it said if you run into Mort's head, it resets. So we're going to have kind of a...
Something about Morton Pros that you run in their dumbass head, you get sent to a different stage.
Yeah. So side story, mini game, Secret Summer.
They need to add an arcade to the game. I'm gonna start pushing for that in the CC Discord. They need to add like a arcade simulator so you can like play all the old mini games and stuff. Like DK's got it. Brown Dust has it. A bunch of other games have it, and it's just like there's too many freaking fun mini games in this game to not have a bunch of arcade stuff to like play and pass the time. I can only do RTA so many days. Okay, guys.
What's some of the best mini games that they had?
We had a volleyball mini game. We had Rhythm Surfer that everyone.
I love the Vampire Survivor one they did last year.
We had a Vampire Survivor with the beach. They had what else did they have? Rhythm Surfer.
Brawl mode wasn't for summer though. That was Brawl was
for Lilius, and then they massacred it. They made it a freaking refresh simulator.
A lot of people didn't like the Rhythm Surfer one. A lot of people did. I found a way to cheese it so that everybody could complete it and posted that, and it calmed a lot of people down. But yeah, it was rough for people that, you know, had no rhythm and didn't play rhythm games or had any kind of disability. It was messing them up.
I don't know. Throckner showed me Brown Dust's mini game with the Rhythm Surfer, and that was cheeks.
Hey, speaking of Brown Dust, what do you think of Requiem Rowana up there on the left-hand side, huh?
I blame Witch for this whole paradox of where Witch of the Mirror Tenebria's whole lore is she's the gatekeeper to all the different ML theaters and stuff like that in the whole pathway of Orbis. And now they're just like, okay, well, let's just go ahead and just sprinkle in all these other characters from all the other universes. So you got Arya there, we got Rowana there.
Yeah, I mean you're right. We got Fumir, who is from the normal Fumir universe, because this is like I believe lore-wise, this is Fumir from the past before she died. So this is main story Fumir.
Yeah.
We got Arya from the Nadalon High Moonlight Theater, and we got Requiem Rowana from the top model universe theater. So
someone said that one of the other characters was Lilius, Conqueror Lilius. So for some reason,
interesting.
Conqueror Lilius. So we got Fallen Lands too. So yeah, they're really selling the multiverse theory.
Oh, and for you guys who want to know where your Requiem Rowana skin is and your Summer Arya skin is, it's right beside my Boss Arunca skin. Deal with it. Still mad about that. Did you ever see the Boss Arunca skin, Bak?
I don't think I did. Have they said what skins are coming for summer?
E7 Codus is probably the friend for that.
Boss Arunca skin.
I mean,
she's holding a no swimming sign.
Damn, Arunca.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad I don't have Arunca, because then if that skin wasn't out, if that skin ever came out, I'd have to buy it.
It is what it is.
I don't know. I was a fan of the Para skin with the Para and the sunglasses at that point too.
You know, I liked was the Clarissa skin, Summer Clarissa. Unlocked a whole new thing for nuns I didn't even know I had. Oh, so you guys, your first World Arena season, you get your first RTA skin. Are you excited about Pole Dancer Ilanov?
My lore and headcanon is that Witch of the Mirror brainwashed her, and she's like she's done with remorse, and now she's a bunny girl, and she's
It is legitimately wouldn't be the first person that
girl everything.
It's not the first person that Tenebria would have turned into a rabbit, right?
That is my literal lore. Witch of the Mirror freaking turned her, and there you're gonna have a whole freaking like a little like tie-in when they do the ML theater, and you're gonna get Bunny Girl Luna, Bunny Girl Euphine, Bunny Girl FCC. Everyone's gonna go and watch. Where's my Bunny Girl skin, Smilegate? And it's gonna be like,
I see people say it in chat, right? The fall off for Ilanov is coming. That's a thing in this game. Whenever they get a skin, it's almost like their retirement pen, their swan song, their farewell song. I think with the exception of Spectre Tenebria, every ML5 unit that's gotten a skin has gone in the shitter for a while.
Celine.
Huh?
Celine's kind of Spirit Eye. She's kind of.
I guess maybe Spirit Eye. Bryceria fell off until didn't Bryceria fall off after her skin and then she came back?
No, nobody really uses Briar with the skin though. Nobody likes the Commander Briar skin. Everyone uses the regular Briar skin.
I like the Commander Briar skin.
Okay, don't get it twisted, guys. Arby came back because of his buffs. Ruel came back because of his... Ruel got a skin and she vanished for like 6 months, and then she got a buff and showed back up. Pirate Captain Flan got a skin and she vanished from the meta for like almost a year, and then she got a buff and then she came back. Harsetti's fair. Harsetti's fair. Harsetti never really went away.
Was everybody happy when Ruel went away for 6 months? It feels like they would be.
I like the Ruel skin. I mean,
every single skin has like lore connections in the story. Like Krau's skin is because Kayron shattered his old armor, so he has LPK give him her skin. That it was her armor, and they just reforged it and stuff like that. Or Ruel and Kisei both have dresses that are their stuff because they're not just going to show up to a fancy party in wearing their normal getup.
Maid got her skin, and then Ruel came out and Maid disappeared, and then Maid got her buff, and then Ruel disappeared, and then Ruel got her buff, and then Maid basically disappeared except when you needed the anti-pop damage. So yeah,
I wonder if we're gonna get a Maid EE at some point because they've been doing these 2 ML5 EEs in whatever. So whoever's in the balance patch will probably see like one get an ML5 EE and like a random just unit. So
the Sirmia skin season, Sirmia was really good, and then she fell off and vanished from RTA, and then Sirmia made a comeback, and now she's gone again.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of a weird trend in Epic 7, and Ilanov is already kind of on the way out. Most people say she's fallen out of the S tier. Most are saying in the high A tier. I think she's in the low A tier. I think she's legitimately undraftable in most situations.
She's no longer a prot set unit that you want to protect. You draft her for the damage one now.
Most
prot set Ilanav is completely gone.
Yeah, most people were building their Ilanovs like this, and this style of Ilanov is like just build her damage, because if you want mitigation, there's 12 better mitigation knights. So go with a sub DPS mid knight that does damage.
Yeah, this is how I should build mine.
Because this just isn't cutting it anymore. I mean, why do this when you can do I don't know, when you can do Estelle, when you can do Biblis, when you can do Lady of the Scales.
Everyone's picking freaking the one unit below her with
when you can just do Arrowell.
Yeah, Arrowell's kind of supplanted her. Yeah, still but they took away all her freaking dragon features too, so that's why I think she is under like I think she has under Tenebria's spell is that they completely got rid of all her freaking dragon features. No dragon tail, no dragon horn.
I was gonna say, you say there's lore tied to the skins. What's the lore behind this one?
Like I said, Tenebria brainwashed her, put her in an illusion, and she's trapped in a bunny girl world.
I'll give them this. It is a gorgeous skin. The art on it, it's really well done. It looks nice. It's the people that take issues with it take issue with the fact that her story is basically her entire race was being genocided by Mage Luna, and she's fighting she's leading the army to fight back against the extinction of her race, the literal genocide of the dragon race. And the super powerful leader, the rival to the strongest unit in the game, Luna,
Elder.
and they turned her into a bunny girl, and that just a lot of people are like, God, anybody else you could have given this skin to, but you turned the noble warrior queen into a bunny girl, and it just drove people nuts. But those who don't read the story, don't care about it, it's a pretty skin, and if you like it, don't let people hate on you for using it.
I would.
Go ahead, Buck.
I was just gonna say, if this was instead of Ilanav, if this was Bunny Girl Tani, I would be using it every game.
Yeah.
Any other unit, Bunny Girl Lua, Bunny Girl Solitaria, Bunny Girl ML Tori. There you go. Bunny Girl Tori.
Bunny girl Tori.
There you go. There it is. But
Bunny girl Mooey. Imagine if they gave Mooey this glow up.
Yeah, no, there you go. But for Alien Nav, it just does not fit. So that's my headcanon.
But it is
like that.
really pretty, and if you like the look of it, don't let anybody give you shit for using it.
The lobby animation is where I was like completely blown away. I've never expected to see pole dancing in Epic 7.
There's a pole dancer in my 13 plus game.
Like that was the one that caught me the most off guard. And it was just like, wow. But she's like the third or second character to dance in the lobby behind now Surmia and two others. So
Bunny girl Xeno.
Bunny Girl Noto sounds peak. You snap and you go into a completely different type of realm.
Instead of snapping, he dances on his pole, and it takes you into the back. It takes you into the champagne room. His domain's the champagne room.
Oh, you're getting the VIP treatment there.
Now becomes here. We go to the domain of my bar. Oh,
New screenshot shows we are a 15 plus game. Okay, we doing this?
Yeah, we are 15 plus.
You are so wrong. I'll show it to you.
No, it's on the lobby thing of the stove thing. It literally says at the top. It's like a lobby cutout thing. It says 15 plus. $13 plus. Maybe it's 15 plus for Korea. Hold on. Let me see.
Apple does not have a 13 plus rating. You're 13 plus or 18 plus. Only Google has a 15 plus rating, and so they matched their stove rating to that. But yeah, Apple only has 13 plus.
As I go in.
It's one of the big issues. You're either 13 plus or you're pornography. That's the way Apple does it. They got no middle ground. They go straight from PG-13 to X. There is no R rating.
In the UK, it's a 12.
Yeah. Guild Wars season begins. Any of you guys already left your guild? Anybody left their guild in chat? Don't leave your guild. It sucks. Preseason's when a lot of people say, man, F this crapper guild I was in. I want to be in a guild that, does better, that performs better in Guild Wars. And so they left their guilds to join another guild. And they wrecked the rewards because Smogate decided to give out those glory crests based on your guild rank last season. And if you left your guild, you don't get the guild crest from the guild you left. And I don't know why they did that, but yeah.
I'm surprised that as soon as the season ended, it didn't just give you the rewards.
Yep.
Then if people wanted to leave, they can leave.
They said they're looking into it. They're looking at ways to compensate over it. Hopefully they just say, screw it. Nobody gets guild-based rewards and everybody just gets max rewards. Or, there's some kind of a mulligan system to it. But yeah, it just sucks for people that left. You are literally held hostage until regular season starts on July 11th. Then you can bail on a guild and go find a better one in the middle of actual season. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Hopefully they do better next season. Joe, you are really into Guild Wars. Tell me about this.
This would have been real helpful for the Guild War tourney.
If you're in the Guild War tourney and you need help friggin' drafting your teams, man, I don't know.
Like this would have been real. Like the ability to just go ahead and just copy stuff and then just go and just gear the units to whatever. Fine, that would have been great, but
how's this going to work? Like, say you want to copy that round one team. Like, what if you don't have Arbiter Vildred? How's this going to work?
You fill in the blanks.
I mean, if it works anything like the arena system works, it's only going to show you ways to beat this team that have worked in the past with units you own. A lot of people feel like this is something that is going to make Guild Wars easy, pull my finger stupid, and it's taking the challenge and strategy out of it. I bring you back around to the points of, did it really have that much of an impact in Arena? It did for new players. There's already bots out there that do this exact same thing in Discord. This is just bringing something in that's going to help newer players out, and most importantly, it doesn't copy builds. Is that a speed RB, or is that a riposte RB, or is that a triple torrent RB? Is that a bruiser RNL or a speed RNL? Is it a high effectiveness RNL or an all DPS one? I mean, you don't really know how these units are built, so it might recommend things to you, and you just take a hard L if you don't really sit down and think about. If you just copy it and press buttons, you might take an L if you don't think about how these units are probably built and what you need to take into it. But I think this is really nice for newer players who are frustrated, who are staring at there going, I have no idea how to beat this. Well, now it's going to give you an idea of how to beat it. It's up to you to try to see if you can figure out and decode what this is recommending to do and build your units around it. It's great for casuals and new players. Exactly, Volcanics. It's a really good starting point.
If it's anything like the PC client, it won't work on the PC client. Let's face it, because the PC client, even the shared Guild War defenses and stuff like that, doesn't work still. And we've told Smilebug about it. So yeah, this probably won't work on PC client.
It's interesting seeing the Guild War tournament for the first time in this game. Because comparing it to ER, for example, the community can all go in and you can actually watch what's happening across the different teams, who's hitting who, where, what they're hitting with, what the defense is, all that type of stuff. So there's more. There just seems like there's more that could potentially be done with it.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know whether
February that they want to,
as an E7 community you would want that though.
They announced that in February, and it's kind of like they're waiting to implement. But like with anything they implement, it'll probably be broken.
Because that's another thing. The spectate in ER is completely different. So, for example, if a high ranking player is playing and wants to be spectated, they can open a lobby and they'll just play RTA, but people can go spectate all of their games.
Yep.
So it's kind of like an opt-in thing.
Yeah, but I can do that too with Twitch.
Yeah.
Why do I want to have people just watch my stuff when they can just watch it on Twitch? I can go ahead and ban them when I need to. Like Wulf is saying in the stuff, it spectate breaks the stuff and things like that. Just bring back RTA chat so I can chat with my opponent. I had immense fun chatting with my opponents, telling ropers to go and buzz off as they're sitting there waiting for their prophetic candlestick to proc for the 6th or 7th time.
Hey, that's normally me.
Here's the coin shop UI improvements you guys were all asking for.
Ooh, UI. Yay.
Woo.
Okay, moving on.
For real, I give them some grief, but I do like that they keep trying to refresh and make the UI a little bit more intuitive.
It's nice. It's nice, but I wish they would add like 4 units because of how many ML5s there are. It kind of like you just get pushed farther and farther behind the 8 ball. And it's just like, oh, I want ML Aria. Well, ML Aria is not going to be in coin shop till maybe next month or freaking August. Okay. It's 4 more tickets. Oh, I didn't get a ticket. I freaking got shoe again.
This is one of the coolest damn things I think they've done in the game.
It's nice in hindsight. I'm just not too great about the double pity counter for it. I'm not too over the moon on 240 pulls to get an artifact. Especially
You don't have to. You just do 120 pulls, get the unit, you go to the powder shop and powder the artifact.
Yeah, but if you're
Going
like
for the
trying to
artifact's
convert it-
completely optional. It's just like, I mean, before you didn't have that option. Before you just summoned, got the unit, you hoped you got the artifact, and if you didn't, then you go to the powder shop. You can just totally do that this time.
No, I know. It's just like the current system they have now is it's 140 pulls to get the artifact, and now they just double put 240. So it's like it's kind of like I'm not exactly a fan of it. But if this is completely removing every single rerun banner, whatever, and it's just like they're just running out the new banner and whatever and things like that, then I guess I'd understand it. Because then it's just like, oh, I want to go ahead and get Politis. Hey, I can probably pick Politis. Hey, I want to get Sigurd with Robbie. I can get Robbie. But it's like at the end of the day, you should just be wishlisting the items at this rate.
Yeah.
It's a nice little QL. I'll say that much. If it's every single character and stuff like that. We were playing a game on my stream earlier.
Oh, sorry, Joe. Say it again. I played music over you.
We were playing a game on the silhouettes. We were like, who name the silhouettes? So we got Senya, Haste, Flan, Bologna, and for some odd reason, Violet.
Holy crap. I would totally suck at that game. Except for Bologna. The fan's a giveaway.
Flan caught me off guard.
This your first advent, Bach?
I think it is.
Oh, you get the hot.
What's this?
This is a special event where you have to do 3 stages of a fight, and so you're going to need 3 units for each stage. So you need 3, 6, 9 units totally geared out. If you stack elements, you get bonuses. Each stage has its own special mechanic to get to the end. It's always a race to find the most efficient farming team, and it pays off really, really good rewards. It's a unit check simulator. I always find a free-to-play way to do this. Don't worry, Wolf. We got you.
It's mod gem farming for the new sets.
Yep. It's mod gem farming for the new sets. It also has some of those selection boxes. It usually has 3 to 5 star ML5 tickets in it. It's loaded with really good stuff.
It's exclusively it's just going to be weakening set and fervor set, which I cannot seem to get for fervor set to work.
I'm looking forward to it. I have to say though, so far my favorite event is definitely Tower.
Hollow
The
Trials,
rewards.
yeah. Everybody loves Hollow Trials.
Tower used to be 100 floors, and then people complained and said 100 floors was too tough. Then they made it 25.
Okay, to be fair, they made it a ball-busting 100 floors where you need an ML5 to even get past floor number 95. So people were right to complain, but Smilegate, friggin' swats flies with a hammer sometimes, and they said, okay, fine, it's just a daily login thing. We'll make it super, super easy. Don't hate us. And we got the auto tower we got now, which is a lot of fun. It's very rewarding, but there's not really that much challenge to it when you get later game. I do think they need to add some additional levels to Tower of Automation, not stages, but like additional level difficulties to give some of the end game players some challenge, but we'll see.
If we're not careful when we ask for new floors or new bosses and stuff in Auto Tower, we're gonna get the Estelle floor that's gonna counter every single time we sneeze.
New Abyss floors when? We got new Abyss floors, Biako. They just called it the side story and adventure and stuff. They just hit them where you didn't expect it. But if you're telling me that some of the freaking R&L stories and some of Chapter 5 stories, some of those floors weren't freaking Abyss floors, you're killing me. Those were rough.
No, it's nice. It's nice. Hall of Trials comes back for the chance to get the currency for the 2 ML5 EEs that are coming.
Yep.
Since I went and blew all my fake gazes trying to get upgraded ML5 EEs and bricked every single one of them. Thanks, Smilegate. I'll keep asking about craftable ML5 EEs too.
Now, something I'll prepare you guys for during the new era update event. We had an advent during New Era, and farming the stamina in Advent didn't count towards earning the perfume bottles. So hopefully they've addressed that here. Hopefully you'll be able to farm Advent and it will count towards the dash event. If they don't, it's a big oops by Smilegate. So hopefully they've addressed that. They realized it was a screw up last time, and hopefully they are prepped for it this time, but pay attention for it. Woo!
Come here.
God damn, she looks good. Drinking her Rangar special drink.
Oh, I think the Rangar drink is blue. This is like a
yeah, it's a red Rangar. It's a Rangar special drink, guys. Rangar special drink is a margarita with blue caraco in it. It really is just as simple and boring as that.
The limited drop banner hiding the bottom of the swimsuit though. Right. 2-week Mystic Banner.
2-week Mystic Banner. And none of these units will be on the balance patch, right? Right?
I'm so tempted to pull for Ludwig. I can't lie.
I would like to see Tywin on the balance patch. Just for Tywin to just cleanse 2 debuffs. Really just stick it to these Briar Cleavers.
I think Bystander Hua Young needs to ignore penetration so you can put her on artifacts that... Oh, wait, she already
does.
Make Bystander Hua Young a little bit better, guys. I can't believe I'm living in a world where I say buff Bystander Hua Young, but buff Bystander Hua Young. She should not be this hard to freaking build. You know all she needs? You know what she needs? She needs the same courtesy that was extended to Lone Crescent Bologna. Don't have to build crit chance on her.
You know how much that would free me up to make an insane Hua Young if I didn't have to build crit chance on her?
The same way it's freed you up to build an insane friggin' Lone Crescent Bologna, right?
True. No, you're not wrong. Malona's my second or third highest crit character. It would be easy just to go and snap a finger and just whisk it away. But no. I was gonna say, if they keep the track of the ML5 EEs, is it too far off to say maybe Hua Young gets the EE? Or
maybe
they go and give it to Lua, or they give it to Lua, and she just strips like 2 or 3 buffs.
Now, as you pointed out there, Joe, this is only a 2-week duration on this banner. And why is it a 2-week duration? Well, because RNL was 4 weeks. And why was RNL 4 weeks? I don't know. They wanted to sell more RNLs, and then they wanted to stack this so we could get to Elvira on time. But as great as these units are, and at some point in time, every single one of these units was meta except Little Queen, and she was still pretty good. They all had their day in the sun, and now they're kind of has-beens. It's not that they're bad, but most of them are low A to high B tier right now. I know you really want that Ludwig, and I feel you, Bach, but maybe wait and see what Elvira looks like. Unless you want to play Smilegate's favorite side story, the credit card, in which case you do you.
or you summon with the 4-star, and you save your 5-star pity. Try to pull Ludwig off the 4-star.
Yep.
Just swap that.
Oh, and that's another thing too, is your 100 daily summons, right? 100 daily. Every single one of these units will be available in your 5 daily ML summons. So if you do want to pull one of these, maybe at least wait until the last day of this banner. Because God, how suck would it be if you spent Mystics getting your Ludwig, and then the next day from your 5 summons out popped Ludwig? That would be kind of brutal. So, maybe wait until the end if you decide you want to go for one of these.
I could already see that happening, so I think that's wise. I'll wait.
I put it this way, guys. I pulled 2 ML Ludwigs and I fed them promptly to Abed Ludwig. So, yeah. Nothing of value was lost.
I think that's it here. Yeah. Secret Summer.
So someone was pointing out in the comment section, they were like, can we please put the coin shop at the end of the freaking minute summaries? And it's just like, yeah, you kind of missed that.
Yeah.
Back to
I mean, to be fair, their 1 minute summary was already a minute 32, and we make fun of them when their 1 minute summary is like too long. So
the best minute summary we got was the one where it was like 30 seconds, and we were like, where's the rest of it?
yeah, the 1 minute summary was 30 seconds. That was a friggin' riot.
We were sitting there, we were like, wait, what?
So Eye of the Abyss Fumir, who will bubble the front row, not the front row unit, but the foremost unit. That is an important distinction. It's not the front unit, it's the foremost unit. So if the foremost unit is dead, she will go to the next foremost unit, which should be the bottom unit, then the top unit, then the back one. And if all units are dead except the back unit, she will bubble it, fights over. She kills the unit. That we did confirm. If she bubbles the last unit, the fight's over. So, yeah. What's this mean? This means that if Nodos takes you into his domain and you save her bubble, and you kill all of Nodos' friends, you can bubble Nodos and end the fight right in domain. One shot, all of that HP right out of the game.
I can't wait to see someone make a YouTube short of got a battle defeated by a bubble with a SpongeBob freaking thumbnail.
Got your daily stuff, the artifact, the finger in the mouth.
See, there's the 15 thing at the top.
Okay, guys, look at this. The special side story, What Lies Within, is going on the same 6-week rotation that the Dash event is going. So right here is your start dates for all 6 weeks.
Is this the first time we've had a 6-week side story banner? Or a 6-week side story?
I think where there's 6 individual chapters. Yeah, I think so.
Because I know someone said we had like 4 with Guilty Gear way back. We had 4 with the Tory event. I think this is the first one we've ever had 6 weeks. So
Elvira is an ML.
Yeah,
yes.
ML.
It's not stated anywhere, but yes, 99 out of 99 creators say she's an ML5. It's going to be an ML5. If she is not an ML5, it'll be the greatest subversion of expectations Smogate has ever pulled.
It's the same people that sat there and said, "Oh, the Landy skin. The Landy is not an ML Landy; it's a skin."
That was me. Why you gotta go bring up old shit?
It was me too, don't worry. It was me too. I tried to deny it. I tried to deny it after I pulled Sylvan Sage Vivian. I wore cake on my face and people were like, "Hey Joe, how's that Landy feel?"
So are the summers not normally 6 weeks then? Or is it just a side story?
4 weeks. 4 weeks is usually, but because they've been going to the whole
summer's usually
stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes summer is 6 weeks where they will do 6 weeks for the banners, right? You got 3 weeks of the first unit and 3 weeks of the second unit with a week of overlap. So you got the 6 weeks for the new units, and then they do the rerun for another 6 weeks in the same fashion, right? And that's what I think is going to happen here, because if you look at the calendar, we've only got about 6 weeks worth of units. You got the Fumir banner going live on the 25th for 3 weeks. That'll end on the 9th. And then you're going to have the Ob banner on the 2nd that will run through the 16th, and then you got the ML Elvira banner that's going to run for 3 weeks, and then we've got all of August, which is still in the summer dash event kind of area, and that's why I think August is probably when you're going to see the reruns happen.
I like how your little schedule has like the newest ML5 lines up exactly on anniversary, like the 26th. That is perfect.
Well,
So-
except
so-
anniversary is technically the 30th, but yeah.
The 30th, yeah, but it technically says like, hey guys, if you don't get Elvira and you don't get the unit afterwards, don't worry. The anniversary unit will.
Well, this is the ML5 right here. Sorry, this is the ML5. This is just a version update maintenance, but this is the ML5s right here.
Yeah.
The ML5 after that September. I mean, oops. Chances are this is going to be Kayron. Chances are, and or this is Kayron. One of these two is Kayron. This one in October is probably. I keep highlighting maintenances. Sorry, this is probably Kayron. Yeah, August or September is Kayron. October is probably the World Arena ML5, but we'll have to see.
It
We're-
depends. Like, I think they'll have Kayron. They could do them for the anniversary, but if they're doing stories and stuff like that, I think they said part 2 of episode 6 will come out in December. They'll release it, so that could be when Kayron drops.
Except that when has the big bad of the story ever been revealed in the first half of the story, right? Hey, here's Mort. He's the big bad. Psych gets Bellion. Okay, we're over to Nadalon with Zahak, the big bad. Oh, fooled you. It's actually Zeo. Now we're heading over to Eurasia, where you got Kane the vampire lord, the big bad. Nope, it's Harsetti. And now Kayron's the big bad of the next chapter. Sing me another one. Tell me another one. Ain't no way Kayron's the big bad. He is the red herring bad guy.
I'm curious what this Peachke, this Psyche girl is going to be like then. The one that was with the candle on her head.
It was the tree all along.
It was the friends we made along the way. No, Fumir cannot work with Salome. She cannot bubble 2 units. Someone asked that. Yeah, Fumir and Salome can't work, which is ironic.
It says very specifically in her skill kit that can only apply to one hero on the battlefield.
I think people would lose their marbles if you could bubble 2 units.
Yeah. So here's the funny thing, right? Your Salome goes first, and you copy, and then you bubble a unit. Well, the bubble is dependent on maintaining her unique effect, and those Salome can keep buffs that she obtains while she is copying a unit. She cannot keep unique effects. That's why she doesn't work with Notos. That's why you can't go into domain and stay in domain with Salome. She will copy it, she'll bubble the unit, then she will go back into her normal form, and the bubble will pop and the unit will come back because she's lost her her sustain debuff, her deterrence buff. And without the deterrence buff, the detain buff goes away and the unit comes back. So all you would do is bubble for 1 round, just like if you copy Notos, all you do is go into domain from 1 round and snap back again. You could use it much like you could copy Notos as an AoE strip. You could use the bubble to basically remove buffs and stuff from the unit, I guess, but it is really kind of a waste of your Salome if that's what you're using her on. Do units loves buffs, debuffs coming out of buff? We assume. We don't know. We've never had this in the game. Everything is just assumptions. We assume since they're off the battlefield that it's going to work like a death resurrection situation, but we don't really know.
Smallgate markets the unit to do everything. They don't play to counterplay or whatever happens afterwards. That's for us, the players, to find out.
If it works the way it works in ER, it's they would come back in the exact state they were in when they went in. So if they had buffs, they would come back with it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think it's going to probably use the tag out system that Epic 7 already has built in, like, reuse mechanics and coding you already have. So I think it's going to kind of work like that, where when she uses her skill, it's going to effectively work like the tag system, where the unit goes off screen and then is brought back on like it's untagged when the bubble pops, in which case you'll probably lose 1 round of buffs, but you might keep the rest. I know if I was coding it, that's the way I would use it, because, I mean, take the, work smarter, not harder, right? Do the easy way, but I really don't know. I really have, everybody thinks they know, just like everybody thought they knew with Harsetti, but we don't really know until like 4 hours from now when we all get to test it together.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right.
I got a shop right for it.
A tinkling special moment. Okay, where did you say you saw Conqueror Lilius?
Someone said that the hair for like the one under Fumir looks like Lilius's hair at the top. And I'm just like, sure, go ahead.
This one looks like Lilius?
The one under Fumir, they said with the
Yeah.
blonde. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. This looks like Fumir. Or, I mean, like Lilius.
Yeah.
Conqueror Lilius, right?
Yeah, Conqueror Lilius.
I don't know, man. I don't think it does, like, at all.
I don't know. Someone told me. I was just like, sure. I'm not gonna go and ruin their summer. I'm not gonna ruin their summer. If they want Lilius, go ahead.
Tommy Mommy on the beach. Yeah, it kind of looks like silver and gray down here, but I guess we will see. So this is the summer event they tease with Mort running around ruining everything like Mort always does. Crashing with Mort or Crozet will transport you to a special separate stage. I like the amount of effort that they put into the mini games, right? It's not like the web events. They always put a little bit of challenge into them. They always piss off somebody because somebody I just want to push buttons and get rewards. Stop making me work. But I really like that they put all the effort into the mini games. This is the least revealing one out there, so I'm really looking forward to the game coming back up and seeing what this is like. I'm sure I'll wake up to 1,000 discords where people are bitching and crying about it, but we will see. And then of course another mini game, right? This Lucky Dash thing where you gotta chug your Monster Energy drinks to work your way through it. It's got devices, and god damn, this is loaded with gear.
I like the rewards, and then you go and you look at the rewards, and then you see like the +6 helmet from 100 is like at 30, 50. So it's probably like the gear just repeats all the way down, and they just made it so you get the pre-rolled gear to the 300, and then everything else is just like duplicates. That was the first thing I noticed.
Yeah, and remember too that this may or may not be different for new returner and veteran players, right? This might be one of the places where they're stacking gear as a part of the event. So expect to see different rewards based on your level of play. Let's see what else we got. Leaderboards. The coin shop. We already talked about this. We'll see if this is maybe a source for the balance adjustment. And the big one, World Arena. You guys know a little something about that, right? Yes, no, maybe. I mean, if you guys need help in World Arena, I mean,
dip the toe into it.
I have played over 112 games this season. So if you guys need any advice on RTA, just let me know.
Sure, you jump in, get me to legend.
All right, guys, you have access to two of the most experienced RTA players combined, closing in on 7,000 games.
Last I checked, I was at 4,080. So
closing in on 10,000 games.
Hey, KHM has played 4,600 games on the season. So
Joe K5 needs to change his name to Joe 5K. All right. So this season is probably the most competitive season I think we've ever seen in Epic 7 to boot. I am told that the scores thresholds for Emperor and Warlord are already higher than they've been in any other past season. Is that true?
The projected cutoff for Emperor is going to be 3510, according to Slendy's site, and the projected for Legend is going to be 3820.
God damn!
It is a throwback season because, as the word of thumb goes, good frame, everyone's playing for the frame. Bad frame, no one wants to even touch it. If the frame was terrible, no one would even touch this frame with a 20-foot pole. If it was like last season's frame where it was like barely 3,300 for me to get to Emperor, this season's going to be just shattering expectations. You're going to see people hit 4,000, 4,100 for Hall of Fame this season.
I feel quite blessed that the RNL frame looks absolutely terrible on my Wulf, so I don't feel the urge to push for it. But I know a lot of people are pushing for that RNL frame because the color scheme on it, the look of it, it's really nice.
There are so many players that are coming out of the old RTA players that are coming back. Like Ask Valky or like anyone that's like kind of like whatever. Like even Kizu, who was World Cup Final Four from a couple of years ago, he's back in the game playing. There's a lot of people that are just like suddenly just like popped out of the woodwork that are like, hey, what's the meta like? What have I missed? And stuff like that. And it's just like, oh, I remember these names from days of old and days of lore.
So how's Fumir going to impact this, Bak? You think she's going to have a major splash on it, or is she just going to slow down a couple of units and silver bullet things? Is she going to reshape the meta and change everything the last couple of weeks, or is it not really going to do that much?
From the way I read her kit, I think if you've got insane speed, so like 330 plus, I think she'll be
shit.
Yeah, like I think she'll be kind of hard to deal with. However, for most people, I feel like it's just going to be a kind of little bit of a change in draft priorities. I would assume it's kind of similar to what happened with Ivana and DN. Ivana came out, DN stopped being 1-2 picked and started going 4-5 for the most part. I would assume it kind of just does something similar like that. I don't actually think she's going to have like a super massive impact on the meta. I think her artifact is going to have a bigger impact on the meta than her, personally. Because I feel like her artifact is just super strong on so many units that I feel it's just going to be everywhere.
I think if somebody builds a 330 speed of this unit, Jesus Christ. I mean, there's some that can do it, right? Friggin' X-Jello for sure could do it. Epion could definitely do it, but that's going to be a really unique build.
I didn't mean in terms of Herbie. I just meant if they can reach 330 speed right now, they'll probably be able to.
I feel you.
Well. But
so you're
if you're not, I feel like if you're in the kind of 310s is kind of your speed cap at the moment, I feel like you won't be able to utilize her as well. So
interesting,
because at that point I feel like she's almost just a Zeo bridge.
Don't worry, guys. Rest assured, no smile get the will call.
And honestly, I feel like if you're using her as a Zeo bridge, her effect it doesn't seem strong enough to have, because you're gonna have Zeo, her, and 2 other units, and after she's pressed her S3, she's just kind of sitting there.
I've heard people say that, Bak, but I mean, I just want to throw this out there, and you tell, again, no frame, no opinion over here. Do you really think a mage, right? She's a mage, so she could wear Tog Hale's Ancient Book to get 20 souls, who bubbles 1 unit, front row unit, takes that unit out of the game, and then is fast enough to cycle quickly and has 100% chance to stun on a Soulburned S1. It only costs 10 souls. So her rotation could literally be bubble 1 unit, stun a 2nd unit, stun a 3rd unit. She is a mage, dude, not a ranger. So bubble 1 unit, stun 1 unit, stun 1 unit, and then she's ready to bubble a unit again. And by then she's built up enough souls to probably stun another unit. Does that change your mind on it, or do you think I'm overhyping the stun that much and it really doesn't impact how good she's going to be in this?
I don't know. A lot of the time I'm wanting to use my soul when I'm playing Zeo, I'm wanting to use my souls on other things that are more impactful, and then a lot of the times I'm playing Ludwig, so the souls will never really, she'll never have souls because he's using them all.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Or like I'm burning for DN or things like this. But I could see it, but I don't know. I feel like most of the time there's probably a stronger pick.
Mm-hmm.
Could be wrong though.
Yeah, and that's
a lot.
that's really the big question, is how good is she going to be outside of her bubble? Because if it's just a 1-for-1 trade and she just takes out the front row unit, and you can choose who to put in the front row so that you get to choose the weakest unit on your team to be bubbled, and now you've got your 3 strongest units going into their team of effectively 3, because other than her stun, she's got nothing left in her kit other than her bubble. So
what I quite like the sound of doing her with her, and I know this sounds kind of counterproductive to what her kit is, but almost running her as like almost the slowest unit in a Zeo draft, where I can try and kill the other 3 units with my other 2, and then just use her bubble as just okay, Notos is the one left, he's gone, boop, I win.
Yep, and Spacio's got a point. You know what your bubbled unit can't do? Your bubbled unit can't stun anything, so at least she's still got that. It is a 1-turn stun. It's not like she can team lock, right? She stuns the unit, then it wears off as soon as that unit takes a turn. So she can only really lock down, on her best day, 2 units. One that's bubbled and one that gets chain stunned. And if she dies, it's over for her. And good luck building a shit ton of effectiveness and a shit ton of HP to keep her alive. But she does stealth. So you're going to have to knock her out of stealth and then kill her. And if she is stunning your AoE unit, that knocks thing out. I don't know. I think there's counterplay. Yeah, don't forget the barriers too. Trying to break down stealth and barrier. Ugh. Yes. Stealth in this game reduces damage from AoE attacks by 50%. Good luck breaking that barrier. And if you don't break the barrier, she stays stealthed.
Like I said, I'm just gonna be along the point, and I'm just gonna pre-ban her until I figure out, like anyone else is gonna figure her out. I'm well to let Harsetti or Scales out.
Does Bubble stop Holy Sack? No, Bubble doesn't stop Holy Sack. This is what happens. You bubble a unit and it's taken out of the game. And then when eventually you kill Fumir, that unit will come back to life and it'll still have Holy Sack.
She essentially sends a new
That's it.
I am more than aware that I'm going to drop a massive amount when she comes out, because I'll be testing her. There was a bit of a meme in the ER community that whenever a new unit came out, I dropped 500 points, which is kind of true. Because I would always just let it through to see, 1, what it can do to me, and 2, I would try different things the whole time with it, just to see what is possible with it. So looking forward to testing her, though.
Well,
be a lot of fun.
Bubble is banishment. Bubble just removes the unit from the battlefield. Bubble does not kill the unit unless it is the end of the fight. And even then, removed from the battlefield is removed from the battlefield. The fight ends. He doesn't die if he's last and the bubble. If he is the last, if the last unit alive is in a bubble, the fight ends.
You can go to her demo. They have it in the battle where they bubble freaking Ruel is left and the fight ends. Like, it's literally at the top.
Yeah, you know what? I can show this for you guys.
They literally show it twice. They just show the battle with Pumir. She just bubbles someone, and then the fight just ends. They cut the video though.
Okay, I want you guys to pay very close attention. We had some detective work on this one, right? Units in the bubble.
Faster! Faster!
Okay, he's getting ready to die. I want you to watch carefully. Did you see it? If you blinked, you missed it.
Missed it.
Okay. When you switch between units, watch which of the mirrors icon over there in the bottom left corner. Watch what happens when another unit takes a turn. When Bossarunka takes over and which of the mirrors stops being the unit in play. Okay, see how they just swapped places?
Yep.
All right. I'll back it up a little bit. Now you see the soul bar down there? It's got It's got it shows the souls down here and the soul burn button, right? Okay. When they switch out, that bar stays put. It doesn't move. Only thing that happens is the unit swap spots. Now watch what happens when
Today. aren't we?
Watch what happens when Nodos dies here. Okay, you ready for it? See that soul burn bar? Watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, see it going down like that? It only does that when the fight is over. You only see the soul bar and the whole HUD go away when a fight is ended. So that tells you right there, she doesn't just come back out of bubble. The fight's over when the last unit alive is bubbled.
Yeah, and it's also with the next fight where they show them bubbling a Ruel. Like, Ruel doesn't break out of the bubble to revive her team. Ruel's
Together
bubbling, so.
forever.
Yep.
Your turn.
Which is why Fumir's like, oh, she is my new best friend when she bubbles Ruel. Like,
Yeah, see, she has still got her buff. Ruel still has her buff.
Fruits of this world.
So that should work just like a holy sack, right? But nope. Bubbled and gone.
Will I be in?
And when the fight ends, the same thing happens. The HUD drops off the screen because the fight's over.
yep, game over. All you see is all that was left was one residue bubble.
What if Spectre Tenebri is in the front? Will she bubble spot 2? That's a fine question. I think since it's a non-attack skill, she will, because it auto targets.
That's
You know, you're not clicking on the unit, you're just using the skill and it happens. So I think it should go through stealth, but again, we don't know for sure. We're assuming based on the way other things have used, and this effect has never been in the game before. Testing is required.
like I said, guys. They didn't show and tell. They just showed and said, "Hey, look at this unit. Look what she can do."
That's right.
Oh,
This
so like,
this could be the hard counter to Spectre Tenebria you've been looking for.
too bad Spec Tenny's been irrelevant for 2 years. No, the season's been interesting. I'll say that much.
it has been a wild season.
You've had the resurgence of Arby. You've had the pop out of Ivana with a cup of tea to reel Deannan. Nodos in his domain expansion, RNL cleavers, the resurgence of Briar. That this has been one of the more trying seasons. I'll say that much.
I think it's been a lot of fun.
Christian, what happens if the unit is under effect nullifier? We would assume if this skill works like a unique effect, which we think it does, that effect nullifier would stop it. But remember that her S2 is a strip. So if the S2 strips the effect nullifier, then the S3 will bubble. Now, Moon Bunny, you can't S2 into an S3, but Moon Bunny only gets the effect null if you do an extra turn. So she would just raw S3, and then Moon Bunny doesn't do shit. Theoretically, the only way you could pull it off was a very high effect resistance, immunity, Luna, or if you run Luna and Moon Bunny on the same team, and now you're using 2 units to stop 1 bad juju. But again, we don't really know. She might go right through effect null. There might be nothing that stops it. We don't know until we test it.
Which is where the lobby rooms will open up for people to test. And that's
I can tell you this. Smilegate likes money. They're putting this unit in RTA season end. If you think this unit's not going to be disgustingly important to succeeding in the most competitive RTA season ever, you're crazy. I think nothing's going to stop it. Does effect null stop Renox S2? It 100% does. Try using Renox S2 into a very, very high effect resistance Luna. Like go into a mock battle room, put your best ER gear on your Luna, and stick Bastion of Hope on there too, and then try to S2 it. It'll bounce right off of her. Seen it happen. The reason you think her Renox S2 works is Renox S2 has a strip, and then it places the effect null, and that's why it works on Luna. It's not because the effect null didn't work. It's because the strip got rid of the effect null, and then it placed the what do you call it? The pilfer. It's easier to see if you try to use what's her name, Lethe, into Luna. You'll get an omen on everybody but Luna. You think immunity might stop it? I think you're crazy if you think immunity is going to stop it, because Smilegate likes money and they would not sell this unit at all if immunity stopped it. If immunity works on a unit that cannot selectively target, this unit's dead on arrival if immunity stops it.
It's real, like we said, to close the book on her. If they had like detain as a unique effect, it would be so like black and white. We would be able to tell it like that. But because it's just like her buff is a unique effect, and we don't know what detain is. That's where it's like the biggest gray area on everything. We don't know what it is. If it's a unique effect, then Ross, Waya, any unit, even with immunity or whatever, goodbye. Like, okay. But if it's like, oh, you have to press S2 to S3 to strip, okay, that explains it why. Then you can counter her with Bunny Dom. Then you can counter her with Luna. But it's like, we don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm just not gonna do the mental gymnastics to figure it out with 12 games left in the season.
And Casserol's showing you the flip side of the point there. He's saying, well, why would her S2 strip if immunity doesn't stop it? And I would say so that she can S1 stun things. But yeah, we just don't know. Everybody thinks they know. Everybody's like, oh, well, it says this, so this does that. Doesn't Renox Pilfer go through immunity? It does. But nowhere does it say detain is a unique effect. We just think it is, but it's not shown as a unique effect. Only deter is a unique effect. Don't really know.
5 hours, guys.
Yeah, 5 hours. You will all find out in 4.5 hours. Everybody will know. We can finally put this to bed. But I
5 hours if the dash pass starts and everything else starts and everything is whatever and it's all sunshine, rainbows, and starfish.
This is how confident I am on how detain and deter work. Okay, this is how I was so confident that this is the way it worked that when I explained how detain and deter work, where is it? Where's my freaking video on this? Yeah, here we go.
How
Really, it is that's what I'm wearing while I'm explaining how this skill works. That's how confident I was that I knew exactly how this skill works. So, yeah, we don't really know until it's tested.
The best one is tinfoil cap on top of the top hat. Then it's really super, super.
I can do that. Detain goes through immunity, y'all.
Yeah, there we go. Super, super, super theory hat.
Woo.
But yeah, it's like we don't know, guys. They could have like literally put it at the bottom of the box, like detain is a unique effect at the bottom, but they didn't. So it's just like, okay, let's see what happens. You'll find out at 11.
Bunny girl.
I still can't get over this.
To get the bunny girl skin when RTA season ends, promptly at 11 p.m. Eastern time on July the 10th. I know it says July 11th, but that's because they're in Korea and they base it on UTC. But when this podcast went live, that time of day on Friday the 10th for you in the USA, that is when RTA season ends. 2 hours later, preseason typically begins, and 2 hours later, or sometimes it's 1, but usually it's 2. 2 hours later, you'll be able to log in and get your skin, and you just go in. You got to go into RTA, and you can claim it right there. It'll drop into your mailbox. You got to go into RTA to proc it. Then you go back to your lobby, click on your mailbox, and there's your skin, your frame, your banner, all that jazz. That's how you can get that.
And then you queue up into RTA and start it all over again.
What ML4 with the revert S3?
Rose would be interesting, but I don't know if Rose can unbubble a unit.
I'm 1,000% convinced Rose can unbubble a unit because she's literally rolling back time to the starting state of the fight. But it'll be interesting to see.
That would be an interesting thing. Just make a fast enough ML Rose on spotted mouse tie.
It takes Rose 2 turns to do it, though. You gotta have Rose lap. Because she can't reverse. If she could reverse time round 1, she would be broken as hell. But she's gotta take a turn and then come around the horn again, and then she can reverse time.
Shoot.
That's why nobody uses Rose.
Hey,
Is there ever a world where you use her with Aram and you can
I
just
had-
yeet
Yeah.
her back up?
But then you're using 2 units to counter 1, and that's brutal.
I had the most banger game with Rose the other day. I got to Rose S3 twice. My opponent was so mad. I got to turn back time not once but twice. Game took 54 turns.
Yep.
And I still won.
and Space Seal's got a really good point. She rolls back time, but she doesn't bring back the dead. So does she bring back the banished? I think she does, but because I think when she rolls back time, it will get rid of deter, and that will make the unit reappear. That's my theory on that, but we don't really know.
But then the whole about your thing of her getting fast enough to undo the thing because she needs to soul burn to reduce a turn, and then
Yeah, that's the only reason I think she will, is because when she rolls back time, she resets all of the bullshit. She resets all the unique effects, the injuries, the buffs, the debuffs, and I think when she resets time, the detain or the deter buff goes away, and that makes the detain pop and bring the unit back. But again, testing required. We don't know for sure.
maybe box onto something. Just make a really slow Fumir. Just cleave your opponent's team. Just leave the last unit, and then just have Fumir bubble the unit.
Yeah, there's a world where you're sitting there thinking, do I use this now, or do I wait and do I wait so that I can uncover the hard to kill unit and I get rid of the front and the next front unit, and then I bubble the pain in the ass unit? Because you know they're not going to put their hard to kill unit in the front, right? You know they're not going to run their Nodos in the front row. They're going to put their Nodos in the back row, and you've got to decide, do I bubble that front row unit, or do I let them go into domain, I try to pick the units off, and then I bubble it and end the fight immediately, and Nodos can kiss my ass. There's going to be some strategy to using her.
While we were here and we were talking about it, I was actually thinking you could do something like Zeo her Ludwig, doesn't matter, 4th unit. And you could almost use her as strip, soul burn the S1 for a stun on something. Ludwig comes back round, kills everything. If anything's unholy sack, comes back, and then she just bubbles it, and it's game.
I'm with it.
Gross.
Let the experimental people cook, and I'll just do the sensible thing and just pre-banish her until the end of the season.
Yeah, guys. Normally, I always say let the chefs cook, let the whales whale, let the streamer stream, and then decide if she's worth your bookmarks. But it is a freaking limited unit. Just get her. Even if she sucks, get her, because then she'll get a buff later, and you're like, fuck, I gotta wait forever. Summer Photogenic. I'm just going to leave it at that. Those of you who missed out on Summer Photogenic, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You never skip a limited. Always pick one up.
You should just have a thumbnail. Just do you pull this unit? And just have like holding a sign with like Summer Photo, and just be like, remember.
Yes, you can imprint her with blue Fumir. That's why I recommended to everybody that they put Elvira and Fumir on their wish list. Just because if you luck sack into them, it's free imprints for the new summer units.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
What if they made a light Zerato that reflects the bubble? Stop giving Smilegate awful ideas. No.
Uno reverse.
Keep those shower thoughts to yourself. Will there be an ML summon on the Epic Dash? Every single day, you will get to do five ML summons. And for the 20th summon, it's guaranteed to be a random 5-star light. And for your 100th summon, it's guaranteed to be a 5-star dark. Now, it's not going to have any of the new units. It's going to be up to Lady the Scales for the light and up to School Nurse Yulha for the dark.
Nurse. No, DN. DN missed the cutoff by 4 days, guys.
I really hope I get Nurse during this. I really want her.
Can RB transfer the double buff, a bubble debuff? It's hard for him to counter when he's banished, dude. It's a non-attack skill. He only S1s off of a counter, and you can't counter a non-attack, so he will just PP poof.
Why would you put your biggest counter unit in the freaking front too to be bubbled? Oh, I'm gonna put my whole team around RB bubbled. Darn.
The regular ML summons most likely will be up to Nurse. The last year, the ML summons were attenuated.
It says in the post. It says it in the post that it says in the summon
Okay.
thing. It says
So
no.
so yeah, they're fake galaxy pulls. They have a limited pool just like the limited tickets, only up to
It
nurse.
says the following heroes are not available through the Moonlight event. New Darker Light will not be unavailable. Shepherd, Monarch, Nodo, Salome, Rihanna, Luciella, and it literally says any new or dark elemental heroes. Elvira. Sorry.
You know it'd be hilarious, Joe, because I can see Smilegate missing this note, right? What if Ruiza could spread the bubble and just end the fight, and suddenly Ruiza becomes the most broken unit in the game? Right? You laugh and say it's not possible, but I'm telling you, man, Smilegate we're talking about here. It'd be fucking.
First Ruiza's first freaking.
Oh my God!
Spreading death sentence.
Emergency balance patch.
Oh no! Can you guys imagine that?
You'd have to target the bubble though.
Yeah, I don't think you can target the bubble, but god damn, it'd be hilarious.
Spread the bubble around.
So the other improvements section is where they hide things. There's only really two things to talk about in the other improvements section. One is this custom choice summon. They're getting rid of the random RGB summon banners that happen, the rerun summon banners that happen, and they're getting rid of the story summons where you can go and do the stories to unlock currency, unlock bookmarks to be, or whatever they call them, to create your own custom banner centered around a story unit so you can summon for, because they realize, like, ain't nobody got bookmarks for this. I mean, it's actually was a burden to have that many things, and people got tired of waiting or having to farm a whole bunch of side stories to create the banner they needed, and so many freaking units didn't have side stories, so they're combining it into this choice summon system. Joe, you've got some feels about this. Why don't you explain how this works and the pros and the cons?
Well, I'm looking now at the site and I see Robbie there. Robbie doesn't have a side story, so immediately Robbie's available, so that's good. And then you see 1 month for Aki, 2 months left for Ruiza. So, hey, that's good. My biggest annoyance is that the current way that they do the side story is that whenever they rerun a banner, it's 140 pulls, and then you get the artifact. Now they've doubled it to 240 pulls, and you still get back the 96 bookmarks and the 4 molas. So it's kind of like, it's kind of like one of those different kind of things where if you're going for like the artifact that you don't need to have like a plus 30, it's fine. You can do the 120 pulls or whatever. You can grab the character or whatever, and it's like, okay, cool. I almost kind of wish they had a little bit more fleshed out and just ran it like they do with the new banners kind of way. Like you could at least like get like a duplicate and then the artifact or something like that. That's probably where my biggest like annoyance comes from it. But to see now that you're able to just go ahead and just grab like, oh, I can just grab Robbie and Sigurd Scythe. Perfect. I can grab Charlotte and Elbrus. I can grab whatever. That's good because there's like 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 characters that do not have side stories. So Arunka doesn't have a side story. Politis doesn't have a side story. Robbie, no side story. Kayron, no side story. So if you guys want ML Kayron dupes, hey, now you can freaking get your Kayron. So I mean, there's pros and there's cons to it. My cons are more or less along the limitations, but it's probably like a small microcosm on the big. I want another yacht.
Okay, I'll devil's advocate for you here a little bit on this one though. You choose a summon, and it's available for 14 days. After 7 days, you can choose a new summon. And you can't back-to-back them. So you could go, theoretically, you could go Vildred, Ruiza, Vildred, Ruiza, Vildred, Ruiza, Vildred. Every 7 days, alternate it. You could do your 120 summons, get the unit, right? And then you could use this stuff right here. You create the banner, you go to the powder shop, you buy the artifact. 7 days or 14 days later, you create the same banner, you powder shop the artifact without having to do a single summon. Given powder's not cheap, I think they will sell a lot of powder packs, but you don't have to go to 240 just to get the banner. you're able to go ahead and farm the banner from the farm the artifact from the powder shop. And I think they were cautious about making this a little too easy to get, to have people just go out and get tons of artifacts relatively easily. This will be a nice way to stack up your holy sacks. This will be a nice way to stack up your renewed wills. A lot of artifacts that require plus 30 to just work, you'll be able to use powder and the powder shop and creating these banners to access artifacts at a much easier rate. So I'm not surprised that it's out there, and it might be by design because of how fast you're able to spam recycle the banners. I mean, twice a month you can create an artifact in the powder shop for you.
I mean, those chests we got for the where we couldn't get the dupes, but Milestone of Radiance, I think that was the best powder drop I got for like infinite powder. And now I'm of course, because RTA and me are like synonymous, I maxed it, so now I'm waiting for Smilegate to add more chests. But it's like I really want to get more freaking powder from the chest that way, because that would probably be the biggest.
And that is a good point. When you're buying it off of a banner, it's 240 powder, not 180 powder. So there is some sage in waiting for it to naturally show up there and buy it cheaper. But you know what? If you're sitting on plus 27 renewed will, freaking lock in the banner, go powder that renewed will, and don't have to do a single damn summon. It's really nice that a lot of people who are sitting at plus 24 or plus 27 that got a little bit of powder don't have to wait for the powder shop rotation. They can literally create whatever artifact they want on the slide and polish off their stuff.
Well, it's kind of how I got my 4th holy sack at plus 30. I just went ahead and just opened Krau's banner and just kind of did that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
trouble, save you the trouble.
Yeah, probably do it for a holy sack. I mean, what if this artifact was actually an important one? It's sitting here at plus 27, right? 95% chance, right? You can just create that art banner and go get your artifact and be done. I think it's a nice system. I don't have complaints about it. I know some people are salty about the pity system, but I think it's by design to be careful that they don't go a little too nuts with just handing out artifacts.
What they need to do is they need to go ahead and stop being cheap and secretive with these class banners. So Moas, Wand, Strike of Aspiration. They need to get these out more.
Oh yeah,
they got to get those artifacts out more, because
I had a
like that and things like that. They are going to come where the new players are going to be like, hey, how do I get Guardian Ice Crystal? Oh, you can't get Guardian Ice Crystal. Oh, well, what's the brewery? Oh, it's Magic Wand. Well, where do I get that from? Come back in 6 months.
I usually send up my recommendations. I forward stuff to them, but I had the privilege of having a 3-hour Zoom meeting with about a half a dozen people at Smilegate. They have a beautiful conference room, and we talked a lot of shop about what I think and what about the community has told me. I took all kinds of notes in from the surveys I've done and from comments people left. And that was one of the things I pushed really, really hard for, was like, when you do your class summon banners where we get, Glorious Throne and Moas and Strike of Aspiration, which I don't even own, those limited artifacts, how about, make it a custom group summon? It's still a class summon banner. It's all knights. You don't get to select the knights, but you can select the artifacts you're summoning for, so you at least can go and get stuff. So if you showed up now and you're ready to build your Bellion, but I'm sorry, you missed 3F and you missed Glorious Throne. Oh, I'm sorry, you just don't get to play that unit because it's nothing without the artifact. Give people ways to access that artifact. That way, whenever a class summon ban, instead of saying this only shows up like once every 12 to 18 months, instead, it'll show up in 3 or 4 more months. You'll be fine. You just got to wait 3 or 4 months and you'll have access to it.
The other issue with the class summon banners is I wish the class summon banners were restricted to the class of that banner. Like, nothing's more annoying than summoning on, like, I summoned on Throne and seeing, Circus Fantasia.
Yeah, like just summon night artifacts on a night banner. That's fair.
I'm sitting there looking at, like, that's great. Except what am I going to do with the clown car artifact? The sequence was nice,
It's good
secret
on-
was nice.
It's good on Mooey. People were worried, does this mean that story, the side stories are going to go away? No. You'll still be able to do the side stories. You'll still be able to farm your mola and your charms and all the good stuff from side stories. It's just being removed as a requirement. It's being removed as a condition to activate the banner.
The sad thing is that a lot of the side story banners have kind of just like gone by the wayside. Like Ivana had a side story, but Ludwig doesn't have a side story. Estelle doesn't have a side story. It's like, what are we gonna do about these banners and stuff like that? Like, and maybe this is like their way of like, being hey, we kind of discontinued the side stories and stuff like this. This is the way to like fill in the gap, but you'll still have to wait 5-6 months before you can go ahead and rate up the character, because you can see when you scroll up there, you can see like 1 month left for Aki, 2 months for Ruiza. So it's probably going to be like a 5-6 standard month thing. And it'll be like, hey, you can go ahead and get the character, or you can put him on your wish list and try to get him that way.
Exactly.
And it's like, it makes it better, but it's like, I just kind of wish there wasn't like 240. If it had been like, if it had been like 180 pulls, I would have been fine. 240 just seems like, hey, you want that plus 30 holy sack, and you're at plus 24. Come and get it. or do what you did, or do what you said, and just do the 7-week period.
Okay, so the second of the three things that I think is really important to take a note of, this one's kind of minor, but in my opinion, for how really good this update's been and how much hype's coming our way, this is the one thing that I think is a big L. I don't like it, and that's that they're increasing the Skystone purchases to unlimited on a lot of things that are all, but they're not adjusting the price down.
You know how many people came to me today with messages and were like, "Hey Joe, they're making the Mola Gora prices 50 Skystones," and I was sitting there looking at it, I was like,
"Oh, because they saw before, yeah, yeah."
I was like, how do I go and tell this guy politely? No, there's still 500. It's just unlimited.
Yeah, just for scale, if you bought all 50 of these, that's 25,000 Skystones. Are you happy that you spent 25,000 Skystones for 50 Molagora?
That's not even molding 2 full units if you're plus 15 on both. Now, it makes 33 molas. So
what if you had way more than 25,000 Skystones? What if suddenly you accidentally ran that slide all the way over, and now you've got 99 mola for all 49,000 Skystones you own? And it's not just Skystones, guys. It's charms too. I mean, the charm value is so bad. You would be better taking the Skystones and using them to generate stamina and farming adventure and getting gear charms that way. It's kind of brutal, so I'm a little bit worried. I know I'm going to get DMs. Hey, Tristen, can you help me? I accidentally blew all of my Skystones on 180 wisdom gazes. Is there anything I can do? And I was like, well, you can put a support ticket in, and Smogate will send you a nice form letter saying, kick rocks, here's a link to our shop where you can buy more Skystones. So just be careful with this. This is already, everything in the Skystone shop needs to have a 0 dropped off of it. The pricing is way, way higher than it should be. I'm not thrilled with this because I think it's going to really sting some new players. And man, nothing to make you want to quit faster than maybe spending $100 to buy 10,000 Skystones, and then you accidentally click the wrong spot on a slider. And somebody in my stream said this today. This is the unlimited slider we're getting. Not penguin slider, but a Mola slider can be unlimited, but our penguin slider is still shit. And I'm like, oh my God. Preach.
That's like when they took away our unlimited charms from Ancient Inheritance.
What were you saying, Bak?
I was just saying, do you think with something like this, if someone clicks like the full bar, there should be like almost like a secondary verification thing? It's like, are you sure you want to spend 20,000?
Are you sure?
They need to triple check it. Are you positive?
Are you damn sure? Yeah. It's I mean, it's not dark patterny, right? It does give a confirm option, but I mean, oof.
the worst thing is when you go and use your charms or use all their powder, and that pulls up this little thing where it's like, would you like to use Skystones to use the
Oh,
charms?
I know.
That happened the one day.
That
I was
pop
there, I was
up.
like, wait a second. I saw that. I was like, wait a second. What do you mean? I have all these charms. I was like, oh, I'm stuck on powder.
Dude,
like,
I had quad rolled speed and I ran out of charms, and it dropped up and said, do you want to use 350 Skystones to buy that last charm? And I was like, fuck it, the gates are open, and I did it. And of course I missed speed, and then I sat there staring at the screen going, if I did that, how many freaking people are getting scammed out of their Skystones by that pop-up? I bet it's a lot. So yeah. Please be careful. The Skystone purchases are almost never worth. The closest thing you could have is people say, you know what, 150 Skystones to not have to do Holo Trials, I'm down.
Yeah,
and I can't argue, but yeah, it is the wisdom, not the fate gaze. It's
not the ML. I really want them to add the ML ones to this. Like, I really, really want them to add the MLs to this. If we can't craft the ML5 EEs after a year and a half, 2 years, because we're nearing the point where they've been 2 years, like, just go and add it to the thing. I don't care spending 300 Skystones to get a 40 just to roll another 9, whatever. Like,
can I get a shop that's a horizontal? You talking about Garo's shop, Shawnito?
No, wait. There you go, Tristen. We got your new next UI update. We're gonna fix secret shop UI coming soon.
You know that's by design, right? It's specifically designed to be inconvenient and annoying because they don't want you to do it. It's basically 80% or 20% more bookmarks per Skystone value. They want you to go, oh, screw this, and then just go buy the Skystones because that uses your resources faster and that makes you want to spend. Why would they change something that objectively costs them money for no advantage? Yeah, everybody asks for the UI to be swapped over, but that kind of thing is done by design in gacha games. Yep. I get it, but it's so painful. Exactly. Welcome to the world of gacha gaming. The last thing that popped out here that it was really hidden in all of the subtext, and it's actually heckin' amazing for those that partake. Low-level equipment rewards distributed in Book of Memories will be changed to enhancement powder. Ain't it beautiful, ladies and gentlemen? Those of you who farm Eulogy for a Saint will no longer have to take breaks from farming to sell a whole shit ton of level 24 gear. It will auto sell just like it does in story. So you're going to be able to farm your Eulogy for a Saint and not have to reset your farm by selling your gear. You're not going to constantly clutter up with like a whole bunch of level 20 purple or level 20 green helms. So
I could like reopen the end story.
That's a nice change.
That is a really nice change for those who are farming it. These coin shops are buns. Coin shops are buns until on Friday the 3rd, they aren't buns anymore. You don't really know. Maybe. But yeah, oh my God, I was so happy to see that change. That's it. Everything else is basically patches, fixes. I guess this one is interesting.
Yay.
An issue where the transfer back from Arby's skill sweep was not applied to the non-critical hit target if a critical hit occurred on one of the two targets will be fixed. It's a fix, but it effectively just buffed riposte Arby. So, yeah.
It's a small buff.
It's a small buff, but Arby did just get ever so slightly better.
If you miss on RNL and whatever, you still pass the thing on. So
yeah. And Salome is going to work on things she should have worked on before because death sentence, possession, DFI, oath of punishment. These are all buffs. They are not unique effects. So she was supposed to keep them, and she will keep them and apply them.
Yeah, and then Salome emote. Yay, we are Salome emote back. No more 1940 Salome.
Yeah, if you missed on one, it wouldn't apply to the other. You had to actually hit both, and it made it rough using RB into evasion. Now, as long as you hit one, the other eats the buff too. So it's a pretty nice riposte glow up for him. For those of you who are absolute villains and should feel bad for the way you're playing this game, who are running riposte Arby's. I'm a cleaver and I hate every one of you.
Like I think returned. That's so nice. Because we were what? They took it away in June and they just stealth removed it.
Okay, so this one's from me to you guys, and then I'm going to start thinking of questions to ask these two RTA heads. But this one's from me to you guys. Since RTA season is ending on the 10th, and we'll go into what will likely be 4 weeks of preseason, so RTA season is probably going to start sometime in July. While we're in preseason, what changes would you like to see to RTA with Warfare, with bans, with Frenzy? What do you think we should be doing with RTA?
3 pre-bans.
3 pre-bans.
3 pre-bans.
What do you think, Bak?
Too many units.
Oh, go on.
For me, honestly, I'd like to see all of the warfares changed.
Oh, they'll change the warfare. They'll change them. They do that every season.
So do they completely overhaul all 4?
No,
except ER one. ER is the same.
What I'd almost like is if they tied in a theme to the warfares. So say, for example, there's like a theme to this season, and then there's 4 warfares that fit the theme, so that there's actually like a rationale behind it instead of just, okay, this time RGBs are strong because why not?
I think what they typically do is they look at the top picks, the top drafts. They look at the trends and patterns. And last time they did the warfare rules and they went, wow, ER is changing the way people are picking and drafting and banning. The other rules, it's not changing anything. People are still drafting the same units and running the same units. So they got rid and changed those, but they kept ER because what I think their goal is to add diversity. Everybody complained about RTA is boring. It's always it's Maid Ruel, Yulha. It's always the same 5 units. It's always the same first 3 picks, and then you get tiny bit of diversity, but generally the same cast on the last ones. Every match is the same, and everybody hated it, and attendance in RTA was in the shitter, viewership was in the shitter. So they introduced the warfare rules as an attempt to add some diversity to the game so that every fight wouldn't be the same, but without forcing people to play certain ways. That was the goal of it. And they accomplished that with one of them, but the other ones, and that's what I think they'll look at this time, is they'll say, did these other changes, did the extra souls, did the warriors giving extra damage, did it make drafts alter, did it change things? And if it didn't, then they'll rotate it until it does. I think that's their end game with it.
This was the first RTA season they had 2 warfare change on the fly. Because remember, the first, the one soul warfare was Fighting Spirit. And everyone just spam picked Malona. And they were like, oh, we messed up. Let's change that to souls. And then they stealth nerfed the defense one from 35 or 30 to 20 or 25 and reduced it. So because freaking Biblos and Estelle was just so overpowered.
Yep.
On you go.
I just don't know. Like, I'm at the point where it's just like, if they want to do a band-aid on something, 3 pre-bans. Yeah, just 3 pre-bans. Just they've got it in the system, they've got it in the game, they've got it in the ability to do it for whatever. Just rip the band-aid off. 3 pre-bans. Let's just see how it goes.
The only other thing I would like, but I know it's something that they wouldn't do, because I think I've spoke to you before, Tristen, about it. It would be nerfs. I just like nerfs. I like nerfs because they change the meta more than buffs in some ways. But I know it's just not something they're going to do.
Yeah, for those who keep asking for nerfs, my understanding, and again, I am not an expert on Asian law, but I was here in 2019 when nerfs almost ended this game. And Smilegate has a long memory, and that was a dark time. And those who were here for 2019 are probably shocked this game made it into 2020. It was in such a bad state because of that. Few games are able to bootstrap up the way Epic 7 did and come back from how bad that was. And then they created a server in Japan. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, nerfs are illegal in Japan, and they're not. But Japan has very aggressive bait and switch laws. They make anything that the US or even Europe has look like a joke. And my understanding is that though nerfs are not illegal there, nerfs do allow you to basically go after a company. And it's happened before. It happened to Square Enix with, I think, was it Brave Frontier or Record Keeper? It was one of their games where they did a nerf, they didn't do it properly, and it got them in serious legal trouble in Japan. And Epic 7 is published in Japan. People are like, well, Summoner's War can nerf. Why can Summoner's War do it and Epic 7 can't? Summoner's War's not published in Japan. Japan can play it, but they don't have a dedicated Japan server run by a Japanese company. So yeah, it's a little bit of a different story. So they got to be careful. When Smilegate does nerf, they jump through hoops. Look at Hua Young. They spent a year trying to counter that unit. They let that unit exist and run over us for an entire year before they finally said, okay, we're nerfing her and we're giving you a selector. We're giving you everything you invested into that hero is refunded back. I mean, they gave you more than you spent on building the character and getting it back. It was crazy. And they did that so that if it did go legal, they could say, we did due diligence. We didn't do it right after somebody spent on it. We didn't do it anywhere near one of her banners. We did it long after she was gone, and we gave 100% plus compensation back. And compensation, the way they do it to do a nerf, costs them tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. In what people would have spent otherwise to get that stuff. So yeah, it's very, very rare for Smilegate to nerf because it's a potential legal snafu for them, and it is a big expense for it. That's why they always try to accomplish with buffs. And it's tough. I agree with Baka 100%. You're going to do a PvP based game without nerfs. That's hard. That's really freaking hard.
I'm trying to think back with E7's history. They've had 4 or 5 times they've gone and nerfed a character, and they had.
Hua Young is the only character they have nerfed post Japan server that was a gotcha banner character. They have nerfed non-gotcha banner characters like they Jade Wind Scorpion and the occasional 4-star. But
they had Champ Zerato. They nerfed him.
But ones that involved a credit card, they have never. Hua Young is the only exception, and boy, they tried everything to stop Hua Young.
So Silverblade was the precursor. She was 2000.
Silverblade, Balance is on, and who was the other one? That was the big nerf. Arbiter Vildred. They nerfed those back in the day. What about Alots? Alots was not a gotcha unit. He was not a banner unit. Nobody spent money summoning for Alots.
No. 4 stars don't exactly apply to the effect.
You could argue Elvira. You could argue Elvira, but that was an interaction that was never meant to happen.
Elvira, we all looked at Elvira. Elvira was like at a down period because Elvira was around the time of New Year's and everyone was on vacation, things like that. And they slipped her out there, and it was just like everyone kind of looked at the interaction was like, oh, this might be a problem, and then Candlestick for a day.
What was the interaction?
You could reduce her skill cooldowns, and since she got a 3-turn immortality, you just stacked a metric fuck ton of ER on her and put her on Prophetic Candlestick, and then by the time her immortality was getting ready to wear off, she does 3 again. So you could literally hold somebody hostage for 30 minutes until the RTA fight auto failed.
Oh, that's funny.
The game went auto. The only counter to Elvira, ironically, back then was Blood Moon Haste, because Blood Moon Haste S1 stripped with 100%. But no one knew it because Blood Moon Haste, no one had Blood Moon Haste built back then.
I am not sure if Alencia happened before the Japan server or after, but
she was 2019.
Yeah, and Alencia too. She was advertised one way, and then they changed her on release, and people pulled for her assuming her kit was one way, only to find out later that it wasn't that way. And rather than changing her kit, which is literally the way her kit is currently after her buffs, rather than change her kit, anybody that pulled that unit before the stove announcement explaining the changes to her kit got all of their bookmarks refunded. So a lot of people got free Alencias. I missed that refund by 30 minutes. was so mad.
I was a 2020 Epic 7 joiner.
But yeah, I mean, the way they've done it isn't just with, okay, this unit's so strong, we'll release a silver bullet counter unit. The way that they've tried balancing it through frenzy rules. They have tried balancing it through adding third pick ban protections. They've tried balancing it through warfare rules. They've tried rebalancing it through the special heroes, the special loner heroes that you can get. They've done a pretty good job at trying to find ways to mitigate the impact that they can't nerf through other mechanics, but there's only so much they can do. And I am legitimately surprised that in 6.5 years, they have only ever had to nerf one unit. That was an RGB unit. That they just got backed into a quarter, threw their hands in the air, said, "We fucked up. We can't fix this. We just have to break her legs."
Like I said, the only thing I want to see is just 3 pre-bans, because it just seems like there's a third unit that's just like, I just wish the season would be so much easier for me if I could just pre-ban 3 units.
Yeah. Do you think 3? Well, I would love 3 pre-bans because it would make Cleave freaking run people over. I think you want to get cleaved in RTA, give us 3 pre-bans, because right now 3 pre-bans is the only thing keeping me from cleaving my way into Emperor without having to put much effort in. But
I think it would be interesting if they look at the win rates across first pick and second pick, because I from watching other people, doesn't tend to be true for me, but I think the vast majority of people have much higher win rate on first pick. So honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if they do something like first pick gets 2 pre-bans, second pick gets 3 pre-bans, and try and balance it that way.
What I would want, and again, not a prolific Epic 7 RTA player here, I will just do a few hundred fights and call it a season. But what I want would be a complete overhaul to the system. I would want 2 pre-bans is fine. And then I would like the draft phase to be 6 picks. You pick 2, I pick 2. You pick 2, I pick 2. And you pick 2, I pick 1. You pick 1, I pick 2. Then we both get to ban one of those 3 units. And then you pick 2, I pick 1, you pick 1, I pick 2, and then we get to ban one of those units. So we still have 4 units in their fight, but we get a mid-draft post-ban and an end-draft post-ban. I think that would allow you to break up comps. It would be very, very, very hard on cleavers, but I think it would allow for insane diversity. I've seen that system of mid-draft bans in other games, and it's really successful. I would like to see that tested in preseason, but that requires a complete UI overhaul of the entire system, and I know it's copium thinking that Smoggy would ever do something as aggressive as that.
That would be cool. I don't know how that would work, but it would be cool.
Yeah.
With every
but
character they go and release, it just seems like the more and more immunity set just kind of goes by the wayside, where people are like, "Oh, where's the immunity on this character? What good is immunity if it gets stripped away by the characters? Strips 2 buffs, strips all buffs." Like that's been like the hardest freaking thing for me.
I think the current RTA system is stale. They need to do something different. And then they did. They added lunatic draft mode, which I don't think anybody has complained about any World Cup, Masters tournament, any major tournament being stale. The lunatic draft mode has made all those very entertaining. I've heard some people say, why not do lunatic on ladder? Because there's new players. Not everybody has all the units. They want to make RTA accessible on ladder.
Do they ever do something like this? That I don't know if you guys would find it interesting, but in ER, there's a game mode that's out for maybe like 2-3 weeks during a season. And what it is basically you both load into RTA and you both see the same 20 pre-built units, and you're both drafting from that pool of 20 pre-built units. So if I pick, say, top model Lulika, she's gone from that 20 pool, and now they've got the 19 that are still there, but you've got the exact same units.
Yeah, that's draft mode or draft arena. Yeah, that exists.
Is it? Because
no
aren't you
plays
just
it.
picking from like the three cards that pop up on the screen? It's a completely different thing.
No, what Draft Arena is Draft Arena was introduced as a mode for people to like compare stuff and try out things and stuff like that. They give you like a bunch of stuff and simulate it, but like no one just plays it because it's just you get one refresh and all the other things. There's no variety to it. They go and adjust it like once every time they have like a major update or whatever. But it's just there's no incentive to play it.
See, that might be the difference then. There is incentive to play.
They had
Because
an
like, you'll
incentive
have like a
the first time.
leaderboard and you'll have all this type of stuff and people try and get high. There's good rewards on the end of it as well.
When they introduced it, they had like, oh, you get a 4 to 5 star summon for each element, and that was about it. And it was just like, oh, okay, great, cool. There was never anything beyond that.
Oh, fair. I just thought it'd be interesting because in like a game like this where you've got 300 plus units and you're both only seeing like 20, 30 that you can draft from, and you both see the exact same units. And you're
Draft mode is
if I
funny because it's got like the most off the wall units. Like draft mode has like a 310 speed Ran and a 310 speed Lua, and then everything else is just like kind of off the wall. But it's like, and then people are like, oh well, I use the draft arena lobby units to base my draft. It's like, yeah, you shouldn't try to go ahead and do that because draft arena had a 1 point of 500 gear score 8 Tywin. That was the
That Tywin and Draft Arena was wild.
The 500 gear score Tywin was like 250 speed, 150 effectiveness. It was like everything.
That would be a neat warfare rule. What if they moved? What if there was a warfare rule where Ban Protect was slot 5 instead of slot 3? You think that would change anything up?
It would show people who reads and pays attention to drafts and stuff like that. Have someone pick friggin' Briar on 3 and you're just like, Ban.
Yep. I would like to see them be a little bit more ridiculous in preseason. You missed the Wild Wild West when they first were introducing frenzy rules and stuff. They did some crazy shit, Bach. They did a frenzy rule where all Soul Weavers got like plus 12 speed. All of them. Plus 12 speed. We had like 320 speed DN, blue DNs running around. And then they did one rule where every single unit effectively had Sasha Ethanes as a passive. If anybody died, team pushed up. So all you had to do was kill one unit, your team pushed up. Like, it was the most ridiculous shit you've ever seen. And, you know, it was crazy, but I want them to do stuff like that during preseason. I want them to just make preseason ridiculous and just throw shit against the wall and see what sticks. And then if maybe they touch gold and maybe they don't, and then they dial it down and do something reasonable for postseason. But, you know, I mean, in doing that, they actually found some crazy things and they learned some things what they should and shouldn't do. I don't like that we see the changes not in preseason, we see the changes in postseason. And I said those exact words to that room full of Smilegate employees typing on their laptops. I said, why have a preseason if you're not going to use it to test new systems? What's the point of preseason if you're not going to use it to test? So hopefully we see more of that. We see more testing and changes in preseason to evolve us into a good actual season changes. But I'd like to see more of that. Barring my ridiculous copium suggestion that will never happen on how to redefine post banning, I would like to see the supporter heroes, the loner heroes that everybody gets for RTA. I'd like to see those available in mock battle rooms. That would allow us to have more diverse tournaments for new players to have access to those supporter heroes. It would allow people who are training and coaching and teaching and working with mentoring players to get better in RTA to have access to the tools in the room so that they can teach them in room before they take them into the show and freak them out by having to learn in live RTA. I'd I'd like to see the God of Battle Coliseum be a permanent game mode so that people can. That was huge for teaching and training. The fact that was seasonal killed me. I think there's a lot more they could do to help bridge the gap with training people and teaching people in this game. Because really, the RTA isn't bad once you know what you're doing. I mean, you're a great example, right? You had less experience than just about anybody in Epic 7, but you knew how RTA works. You know how these systems work. You know the archetypes of the character, how to put 2 and 2 together. And once you learned the names, you were able to bridge it. And now you're crushing it up in Emperor and on your way to Legend. And that's huge. People that given the chance to learn the system can do this.
Do you know what one of the biggest issues I came across while playing the game right at the start?
Was that?
Whenever anybody picked a unit with a skin, because I thought it was a new unit. And I was like, what is this?
What the hell is this?
It doesn't tell you. Because like, I would see like a normal LHC, and I'd be like, cool, that's LHC, I know what that does. And then they pick the one with the skin, and I'm like, I don't know what this does. What is
or
it?
how about this? You go, oh, it's this white-headed unit. No, it's this white-headed unit. No, it's this white-headed unit.
Yeah.
No, like, wait. It's this white-headed unit. No, this one. No, this one. No, this one. Yeah.
Like,
so many of them look alike.
It doesn't even tell you, like, because this was one of my gripes kind of right at the start. It doesn't even tell me the name of the unit when they're selecting it. Because, like, it would be nice if I could see that, because then after I could go and find it. And then read what it does.
Yeah, maybe mouse over or click on it and have the name pop up. Sure.
Here comes the AI generated voice. Lionheart Sirmia selected.
But like, you joke, but at the start of the game, I genuinely had no clue when they were picking skin characters what they were picking. It was just like a new unit to me.
I will pass that on. That's genuinely good feedback. This is a really hot take, but make Speed Gear have a pity for us slow veterans. Make Speed Gear have a pity for us slow veterans. I think that's a nice take for you slow veterans. And I think you're going to make the gap insanely huge for the whale veterans. Because I tell you what, as somebody who spends several $1,000s a year on this game, I would have a metric fuck ton of Speed Gear if that happened. And I don't spend anything compared to some of the Leviathans in this game. I think you would find that you slow veterans would feel even slower with what the paid veterans would do with that.
They already removed the purchase cap on the leaf packs and stuff like that. I'm good, guys. We don't need any more freaking people coming into my chat flexing their 4 or 5s on one single unit, saying, "Look at all my Speed Gear."
I think they should increase the amount of supporter characters, but maintain the pool size. Right? I explained that badly. There's 20 supporter units. Make there be 50 supporter units, and you can select the 20 that you want to have access to. I don't need Belly, and I got Bellion, but I sure would like a Harsetti. I'll lock that in as a support hero. And give a little more diversity to the support heroes so people can flesh out their teams and not feel like...
Dear Smilegate, give me all the newest, bestest toys ever, please.
Yeah.
Please give me Nurse Yulha. Please give me BN. Please give me RNL. Please give me Salome.
I think that's a great idea, though, because you could almost have, like... In the pool of 50, you could have like a small cleave package, like a small turn 2 package, like all these different packages.
That's what we thought the renting period was going to be. We thought that was what it was going to be, and then they first batch was like the best character was Ravi, and we were sitting there looking at like, why is APOC the best character on this freaking sheet?
Oh, and then they did the second time around, and they put Last Rider Crow, who was good at the time, and Bellion, and I was like, oh, kick ass, let me go check out this unit. And their fucking Last Rider Crow and Bellion were both better than my Last Rider Crow and Bellion. I was like, I need to go re-gear my account. The stupid supporter unit's better than what I got. Literally, it's like, I guess I'll just take the gear off of these units, use the supporter, and put that gear on other units.
you know, there is one good thing that comes out of the support units and stuff like that is, for preseason, when I do finally play RTA, I just go ahead and just climb the stuff with like the supporter units only, and it's just like, here, I'll just do this. Like I can just like turn off my brain and just be like, okay, are the support units gonna carry me to whatever?
Yeah.
But no, if they had like the newer units, like, hey, here's support unit Salome, here's support unit Deanna, here's support unit like whatever. Good luck, guys.
Remember, guys, support units are to help newer players that don't have a diversity of gear enjoy the game and play the competitive side, and not feel like they've got to wait and farm the game for 6-7 months just to be able to have a little bit of fun down in gold and masters and challenger, maybe even up to champ and stuff. It's not meant so that the legend player can move their gear around, or so that somebody can push emperor. That's not what support characters are about. Stop it. Stop it. Both of you, stop it. It's so yeah, it should be geared appropriately, right? Support unit Salome eventually, right? Of course there's going to be a window, right? Why would they give you support unit RNL? When RNL, I mean, I guess, okay, you could still use RNL in Guild War and Arena, but let's be real. A lot of people are going to be like, I'm not going to bother pulling on this ML5 banner. I'll just use the support version of it. They want to make some money. So there's going to be a blackout period for sure.
I remember this one game that was a gacha game that had like you could actually rent the character for the duration of the banner, but you couldn't do anything with the unit. You couldn't take the gear off the unit. You couldn't do anything with the unit, but you could have the unit on your account and just rent them for the full duration of the banner until you pulled the character. And then when their banner went away, their character would go away. And people were like, well, why can't they do that? Well, here's the problem. If you had like a casual be like, oh, look, I got this character, whatever, and then the casual goes and logs in and then the character's gone, they'd be mad and upset about it. It's just be like, oh, well.
A newbie RTA like newbie arena.
Nobody would want to do that.
You like 10-minute find a match wait times, because that you're going to get 10-minute find match wait times. I think. Good
luck. You time out and you see the same 6 guys on that.
Yeah.
The amount of people that tell me that they want Rookie Arena removed is like, Rookie Arena is nice for like the first bit, but now that they like kind of bridge the gap where new players don't have that, like the only thing that hurts new players is gear. And even then, new players are like, some of the new players are even faster than I am. It took me 5 years to hit my first 300 speed unit.
Now, Rookie Arena, I do think there should be a graduate button. I think is like you should be allowed to stay there for 2 weeks, but you should be able to say, I'm done. I'm pushing the button. It'll say, are you sure? You can never go back to Rookie Arena, and then boom, you move up to Hidden Arena. And then you should be allowed to graduate, because somebody who spends $500 a month is going to be done with Rookie Arena way sooner than somebody who's free to play, and this is their very first gacha game ever.
Yeah, you just get the Rookie Arena rewards. You get all the guy stones, then you go and graduate. Yeah. I still think it would be kind of funny to have like an AI generated voice go and call out the picks of units, and they can like second guess you. Like
please, no AI generated anything, please.
Are you sure you want to pick Last Rider Crow? Are you positive?
What's the season you had the most RTA? I stayed in Emperor for 7 solid weeks, and I was like probably rank 500. I wasn't deep enough to be secure at that time. And then they released Fire Hua Young 2 days before the end of the season. I did not pull her. I wasn't able to pull her, and I couldn't beat her because nobody could beat Hua Young. So I had to start pre-banning her, which means I had to let my other pre-ban off the hook, which changed the entire play I played, and I boomed out of Emperor. I think I played maybe 1,200 fights that season, and I'm still salty about it. That was the season they said, okay, never again. You got a 2-week blackout window so that you never have to fight a unit that's released the last day of RTA, last 2 days of RTA season. That was pretty freaking awful.
What was so broken about
her? She could one-shot anything in the game. And she gave herself a fat barrier. She CR pushed. Her pop damage went through damage limit, and They released her because APOC Ravi was so insanely strong that she was dominating the meta. So they came out with her to kill APOC Ravis. And ironically, she killed every single unit in the game other than APOC Ravi. It's the only unit that could survive her S3. Like, she had one job and she failed at it. And then they spent the next entire year coming out with units that could kill her, and she just killed them. And Sylvan Sage Vivian was, I think, the straw that broke the camel's back. They came out with Sylvan Sage Vivian, who's got all this damage mitigation, and her job is to be able to kill Hua Young, and literally nobody pulled for Sylvan Sage Vivian because the top comment on her stove post was, just dies to Hua Young. And she did. Hua Young just one-shot her. So I think that's where Smilegate went. The existence of this unit is making people not pull other units. We have to do something about it. Her existence is costing us money. And that's when they finally pulled the trigger and nerfed her.
I think Hua was the reason Teiyu is blue. Because if they made Teiyu a fire unit, Hua would just one-shot Teiyu.
This is how good Hua Young was. We used her to one-shot Banshee. She was a fire unit. Banshee's water. We one-shot Banshee with her. Really? People are like, well, I think if they unnerfed Hua and released her in today's... No, she would still kill everything in the game. she would have a lot more counters. She might be survivable, but she would still just one-shot anything in the game if you brought back regular Hua Young. I mean, outside of some damage limit and stuff, or some of the heavy mitigation, right, she would still be a devastating tank buster.
She had a giant barrier, too. She had a giant barrier. You couldn't...
Giant barrier. Yeah.
Her barrier, they would make her like 6k, 7k attack. And her passive box, she had like 50% attack on her passive. So you would have like 7k Hua Youngs running around, just nuclear one-shotting stuff, and then they'd have a giant freaking barrier.
She sounds wholesome. Sad
if you have this unit, I think Successor Teiyu is a decent pickup. If you have this unit, I think Successor Teiyu is a pretty decent pickup. If you don't have either of these units, Successor Teiyu is significantly harder to use, but you can get away with using them on Renak, but it's a lot more RNG based. But if you have these two units, just because they can sober and ignore ER for the pushback, Successor, you can do some things with Teiyu, but he's one of those units that's insane if you build a team around him. If you don't have a team to build around him. Yeah, Summer Fumir and Firelytica can work with them. I think those will be a little bit harder to use with them, but yeah, you can do it. But I really enjoy my Teiyu. I whip him out maybe 1 out of every 100 fights, and when I do, he freaking blows up everything. He's a fun unit to use, but the situations are a lot more niche. Oh yeah, MLDN. He's good with MLDN too. Yeah, I mean, if you want to have some fun, he is a fun unit, and he's not that hard to gear.
What's your EE on him? Did you luck into the 14 EE, or are you like me? Still trying to roll 14 EE? No, dude, I make Holo Trials guides. I'm rolling in this currency. I'm good. We got the 260 fake gaze every single time I rolled something, or whatever unit, 9, 10, 9. I was like, I gave up. I had to turn the camera off. I got the baby. Your camera died. I don't know if you know that or not. No, I got the camera. I turned it off.
Oh, okay, cool. It's fine. I just want to make sure you knew.
Do you ever use the Wulf?
Yes. The last season, last fight 2 seasons ago, I used the Wulf and Vildred. I put about 20 more speed on him, and I used Remnant Violet, and the Wulf S3s. His S3 gives an evasion buff to everybody on the team.
Wait, so he's like Setsuka, but
he's like yeah, but his buff stacks with Setsuka. So yeah, I just ran a full evasion team. I locked the Wulf on 3, and just everybody evaded, and he couldn't hit anything, and I just chewed through him. It was freaking hilarious. But yeah, I don't use him often. He's one of my meme units, right? He's fun. Here's another one of my meme units that I don't use very often, but it's absolutely heckin' hilarious. You like this build, Bach?
467 health.
Yeah, check out her level.
Level 1. Oh. So is this just like cheesing with her health because she has such a big shield and then you can't actually kill her?
Read the description of Cascade.
After attacking, inflicts 4,000 additional damage on the target.
Right. Now, read the second sentence here.
When attack, damage suffered in one attack does not exceed 51% of max health. So she can only take, what?
She can only take, what?
30 damage?
Yep. And what is her barrier size?
Proportional to her, so it's 2,000.
So how many hits does it take to kill her?
Too many.
12. You have to hit her. You have to hit her 12 times, and in that 12 times, she'll probably counter and re-up her barrier.
It's like
and
that,
all
it's like that
all it takes is for her to get Cascade, and all she gets takes Cascade, and she's doing 4K damage every time she counters.
Like that 50-year-old commercial. I mean,
it's absolutely diabolical, right? All it takes is somebody with like an ignore ER strip, or she is very beatable, but it's fucking hilarious when people see this pop up and nobody bans it. Who's going to ban a level 1 unawakened Tori, right? And she just chews through things. It's absolutely fucking hilarious. But yeah, I mean, build a real Tory, guys. Don't do what I do. That's just some fun BS. It's one of those things like putting creation and destruction on strays. When it works, it's heckin' hilarious, and you can make a YouTube video or short out of it. But really, this is the Tory that winds up in fights when I draft her.
That seems like it would be a lot of fun. You just sit there giggling. Is there a?
It's really. Yeah. It's pretty diabolical.
Just countering, killing their whole team.
What's that artifact on Tori? It was a special class summon artifact that, like Joe says, they really, really need to rerun these limited time class summon artifacts. It's called Master of the Nightmare, and it has a chance when she uses a basic turn that she gets an extra turn. So Tori can just spam kill you. It's pretty disgusting.
And the worst thing about Master of Nightmare is it wasn't even a collab artifact. It was
it just was a random class summon.
They were like, "Hey, we got a new artifact," and everyone was like, "What does it do? What?" Everyone thought it was like, "Oh, it's torn sleeve, like bleed." No, it is 40% RNL.
Yep, I've been killed by a few Tories that are on that. It's always fun. Always fun.
Yeah, it was a random new class summon moment. Everybody expects like, oh, this class summon, it's going to be a certain, it's going to be some new collab artifact, and they just give us a random new limited artifact. It was kind of wild.
The way they explained these class summon banners was like, oh, you get to get the E7 collab banners as E7 artifacts, and it was like, okay, so it's torn sleeve or summer armament or whatever. No, it's just some random basic turn RNL. But let's face it, all the collab artifacts outside of like the important ones like Strike of Aspiration, being Tachi, 3F, Moas, Guardian Ice Crystal, those are the important ones. I think the next class banner we're gonna get is gonna be Lotus Rain, which is the artifact.
I'll be honest with you. I think the class summon system needs to be shit canned, and they need to find a better way to give us access to these limited units. It's limited artifacts. It just needs a revamp. Having it be this long between these critically important artifacts is brutal.
Yeah. So as a newer player, it felt kind of bad sometimes getting a unit, and then I'd be asking like how to or Higa or something. It's like, what artifacts do I use on them? And they're like, oh, it's all limited stuff. And I'm like, oh, so I can't really use the unit. Didn't feel great. Got around it with some units like Pirate Flan, but obviously she's nowhere near as strong on what I'm using. I'm using the 4-star one that gives her hit chance and effectiveness. But instead of just plopping a bomb, it feels like half a unit, if you know what I mean.
Hey, Shammy Shampoo, welcome to the game. I am so sorry about your free time. How do you get Genesis Ross? You want to go and complete episode 6, not the new chapter 6, but the Epic 6, the prequel to Epic 7. And once you complete that story, I believe it unlocks the Genesis Ross pass. It should be there's a whole bunch of hoops you have to jump through and things you got to do, and once you complete all of it, you get him and his artifact for free. It's not fast. If you are aggressive with it, you could probably pull it off in 2 weeks, but most people it takes 4. And you just get him by following the steps. It does take some time, but you do eventually get him for free, but you got to work for it. If you rush it, you're going to waste a lot of resources, but for some people it's worth it to get him quicker. Thanks, awesome hat. Thank you. I like my hat. Yeah, he's free. The amount of gear I had to feed that guy. Okay, one of the things people were saying in chat was that they just want to get to Masters and be done. So I guess as a farewell to today's podcast, what would your advice be to people who want to just get their Masters frame done? What are the most important units, play styles? What are things they could do to make that happen? Is there any secret tricks or magical steps they can take to just make Masters happen on their account without losing their damn minds?
So
first.
sure. What I would recommend, because this is what I kind of done more recently, and I've been seeing better success with. I ungeared as a newer player. As an older player, you might not have this issue, but as a newer player, there was too many units that I had, so my gear was spread too thin. Because I only have so much gear that's what I would kind of deem as usable. So I would kind of chunk your units down into select one playstyle as your main playstyle, and then have like almost a small team for a backup, where if you have to pivot, you can. And gear those units with your best gear. Prioritize them in terms of the units that whoever's your first or second pick. If you have like 5-6 units that you're going to select in first, second pick, those have your best gear, and then just kind of filter down that way. Because I chunked down my actual teams that I picked to. I sent it to Joe the other day. It was like 20 units. That's all I'm playing RTA with. And they just have my best gear. I literally don't pick other units. And I tried to find units that work in most scenarios, because I felt like having maybe the right unit for that actual team that I feel like would be good, but on a bad set of gear just doesn't work. At least for me. But I would find a playstyle you find fun and gear around that, because then you'll have more fun playing. So go for that.
Fun playing RTA Wild. Joe, you got any advice for the would-be Masters player looking to get their bunny skin?
Aside from just hit Q and play, like if anyone's ever watched me play RTA, aside from 20 creative ways to swear, just hit Q. Or like something I'm going to do as the season ends and progresses is, depending on where my rank is and if I'm locked in or whatever, I'm gonna open up my room to coaching and helping people lock it in. I don't know if I'm going to do it on stream or something like that, because I don't want to get someone to say gamer words or whatever and get me sent to the Shadow Realm or whatever. But yeah, if the last 3 days of RTA I've secured my rank that I'm happy, I will open it up for an hour or so. You want to go ahead and try to get your master frame or your master skin and stuff like that. You'll have to go ahead and give me an idea of what your account looks like, because I'm not gonna be able to look at like my skin and my rank and my account. I mean, like yeah, it's true. Box sent me his list. It was like, these are the units he played, and he was like, well, here, I'll go through my units. And I was still going. He was like, dang, you're still counting.
I think if you're like a end game RTA player, like you're pushing for legend, then the more options you can have, the better, right? But I feel like if you're wanting to just go through, there's certain units that are super strong. If you can gear them on your best gear, then more than likely you'll win more than you lose. Is what I would say. Up until a certain point where it becomes more about the draft.
Okay. Here's my advice to you guys. We'll give you the keys to the city. Do it now. I mean, not now. The game's in maintenance. But when the game comes back up, do it now. The frame is hotly contested. There is a lot of people that are going to come out of the woodwork the week of the 5th. People are going to come out of the woodwork the week of the 29th. The last 2 weeks are going to be sweaty. The last week is going to be giga sweaty. The last 3 days, you have no idea what it's going to be like fighting then. A lot of the people that just gear gap their way and coast up into Emperor, they're going to start playing on the 7th, 8th, and 9th, and you're just trying to get masters, and they're going to roll over you like a juggernaut.
Phantoms.
This is what you do. Game comes back up, you get your Epic Dash stuff done, and you start grinding RTA. Now you'll be like, but Tristen, there's decay. I got to end masters. How do I end masters in their decay? When you lose a fight, you're going to lose what? How many points in masters, Joe? How many points from a loss? It's like
7 or 8.
7 or 8 points, right? And how many points for a win? Like 18 to 25, right?
21 was the last for
21.
people that
But
were
yeah,
playing.
8 points per day. So you do the math, right? That means I do a fight here and lose, that's 8 points. I do a fight here and lose, that's 8 points. 1, 2, 3. Do a fight here, it's 8 points. 1, 2, 3, 8 points. You do the math and you go, okay, I just need to make sure that I am at the master's threshold with maybe 30 extra points. And then every 3 days, I go into a fight and I immediately yield and I lose 8 points and I lose 24 points. I'm still over the master's threshold on Wednesday night, and then I can't decay until the end of the season and you got your masters. You get to masters sometime before the 29th, sometime in this coming weekend. You sit down and you suck up and you do the fights and you go and you get masters plus 30. Or masters plus 35, math it out. And then every 3 days, you go in and do your L, so you never decay. You only lose 8 points every 3 days, and you end season masters, and then you watch all your guildmates freaking and panicking like, I can't compete. Everything is so sweaty. I try to get the masters, and then I keep getting blasted back to gold because everybody is so freaking hard in this game right now. Do it now. It's easy this weekend. It will be an order of magnitude harder the weekend of the 10th. If you wait until the 8th, 9th, or 10th to do your RTA climb, you get what's coming to you. I'm talking the difference of you're going to do maybe 20 games this weekend versus doing 120 games the last weekend. It is terrible to climb the last season when you are inexperienced in the RTA system. You have not had an entire season to get used to the meta and understand how units work. It will be miserable. And anybody that reaches out to me and says, Tristen, can you help me climb on the 8th or the 9th? I will send them dozens of laugh emojis and then block them. It is that awful. So that's my advice to you. Do it now. Do it now. Get established, and then you can just take L's the rest of the season and not have to sweat it while everyone else is sweating it. That's all I got.
I think it's good advice.
Damn right, it's good advice.
There's no better time to play RTA when a new unit comes out and everyone's forcing the new unit and doesn't know how the new unit works.
Do you think that black one-piece swimsuit character is an ML5? I assume you are talking about Elvira, right? Where is she? Where is she? Where is she?
This small worth.
You talking about this girl?
Your Majesty, you Master, use me however you see
What would,
fit.
if you were to guess what
Wear
her
me
kit's going to do,
down.
what do you think it
Break
does?
me into pieces.
Oh, wow, you caught me there, Bach. I didn't think she even needed a kit. Does she even need a kit? I honestly have no idea what they're going to do with her. Yes, this is an ML5. I guarantee it. I would not going to say I'd eat my hat because I like my hat, but yeah. There's no way it's not an ML5.
Pieces.
Her animation, her look, the timing of her release,
Weapon. Wielded
I mean, everything about this unit screens ML5, up to including the freaking leg. Her leg literally, she doesn't kick you into the next galaxy, she kicks you with an entire galaxy. Her leg is a whole ass star system. So yeah. It's an ML5. ML Vera for sure.
anyone.
Woo! I'm still broke from RNL. Welcome to Epic 7. We have got some packs for you. Something I did notice about her though is check out the left side of her head, right? She's got the little dark mana horn there, but on the left side of her head she's got like that coral looking horn with the little gold ornamentation at the base of it. And then check out Ob with a very similar horn with a very similar gold orientation on the right side of her, only on the right side of her head. So I suspect there's going to be some lore connecting the two somehow, right? Maybe. Could just be a coincidence, but I believe in coincidences. They happen every day, but I never trust a coincidence. So it'll be interesting to see what the interaction between Ob and Fumir is. Ob, who is likely a mermaid based on this right here.
Forever. Chew it all up.
Right, because that's classic mermaid lore, right? They were beautiful women that lured sailors to their doom and devoured them. So even though you never see her with a fish tail, even in her swimming animation, she still has legs. So maybe. Isn't that a siren? Siren mermaid. It's like you'll come tell me like elves and fairies are different. Okay, sure. Sirens.
You started marketing knew what they were doing. They said this is the perfect angle, and it just shows her ass.
Yeah. Adorable unit, though. Kind of elf-like ears, too. Not human.
Capture that brilliant moment.
But yeah, I'm very curious about it. And I am so sorry, those of you who are excited about,
by the seawater. That instant
about
flies
Summer
open.
Scylla, who is wearing the traditional beach gear of a negligee, but yeah.
Maybe it's skin.
Maybe it's a skin, just like the Bossarunka skin.
Exactly.
A skin of a unit that doesn't even exist.
Skin of a unit. Oh, that would be so brutal. Here's a skin of a unit that doesn't. You'll get this skin along with your Biblis skin.
No. Here's your skin of a unit you'll get when Brynus is released.
Yeah, Brynus. Yeah, I said Biblis, but Brian. Yeah, it's like a Brynus skin. Oh my god.
You know, we joke about it. They might find a way because there's a gap between stuff. They could release Scylla as an actual unit just to be like whatever, because there's nothing going on for anniversary and things like that for a month. This summer thing, just whatever. They could just go ahead and just be like, hey, here's Scylla, and just bridge the gap.
This is who it is. It's Scylla.
Yes.
She was the priestess that guards or lords over the world tree, or the tree of Genesis. She was in the Fumir story, Harseti interaction, and she was in the Brieg story a little bit too, I believe, but just an NPC. But it's definitely her. I mean, look at the eye shape, the ears, the pattern of the hair. It's definitely Scylla. But
she's Brieg's childhood friend.
Brieg's childhood friend. Yeah, so
his girlfriend.
Yeah, she'll be part of the summer story, I'm sure. Just like Summer Pera and Summer Arunca. It is not. If this is Saria, she has got the best surgeon on Orbis. That's all I'm gonna say. Alrighty, guys.
I kind of want that though. I'm not gonna lie. That was the skin.
Oh yeah.
Buy it.
Well, I mean,
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Bach saw the summer Clarissa skin. Summer Clarissa, summer Araminta, summer.
Yeah, I mean,
every single summer they have
every single summer they do banger skins, right? Yeah, this
summer Mercedes.
This was actually we got every single one of these summer units, didn't we? Those rat bastards. Where is the Nadalon summer unit? They had them all together in one picture. It was really, really good.
You post that into the side chat of a Discord server. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Don't demonetize me, YouTube. Oh shit. Okay, but yeah, Summer Clarissa. There she is. Nuns.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Andy's face and
Wulf, say it.
oh,
Say what? Nuns. Clarissa needs a buff. I'd buff her. Wait, what? All right, guys. All this is going live in about 4 hours. I'm not going to stay up for it. 3 hours. These madmen might. It's 2 a.m. here. I need to get some shut eye. Sun's probably coming up for you, right, Bach? I see it reflecting through the window on you there.
It definitely is. It's a nice little 7 a.m.
Oh man. I hope I didn't wreck you too much. This went longer than I expected, but you guys were amazing, awesome. Everybody, if you are not following Sub2 or watching Joe K5 or Bak T, make sure you click on their names in the titles of the videos you're watching and give them a follow. I'm not going to dox Bach, but if you listen to his voice, you could probably figure out where he's from.
I'm Scottish.
Okay, he's from Scotland. He doxed himself.
Hey, I did it on stream the other day again. Anyway, it's fine.
Damn, I miss Scully. I miss Scully's streams. We could have our 2 Scottish friends. Damn.
We've got Beardy.
Yeah, we got Beardy.
Oh, yeah,
it's a Scottish invasion over here, man.
We got Beardy, Scully, and Bach.
All right, guys. If you guys are pulling early tomorrow, I wish you the best of luck. When I wake up and feel up to it, I will stream my pulls, but got a lot to do. Is BlockPay and East? Are you playing Epic 7 or Ethereum more?
Right now, it's about 50-50. If you were to go back about 3 weeks ago, definitely more E7.
Well, we'll see if the summer drags you back in and tips the scale again.
Are all the E3 guys still playing E7?
Most of them are.
Heck
Most
yeah.
of them are. I think about half of them are on Emperor, the other half of Warlord.
All right, guys. We're going to wrap it up here. I'll leave you with a word from our sponsor before we head out. And I hope you guys have the best of luck on your pulls tomorrow. Take care. Oops, where's my sound?
Hair with preference. It's a love thing.
Bye.
Preference by L'Oreal. With up to 12 tones in each luminous shade. Preference is uniquely blended for color that's incredibly dimensional, luminous. All that and fade-defying up to 8 weeks. What's not to love? In over 50 luminous shades. superior preference. It's a love thing. L'Oreal Hair Colorist Paris.
Descending blade!